What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out of our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we stay in our cell. We get fed in our cell. We don't come out of our cell at all. And that's pretty much the biggest problem. And they simply say that they're short-staffed, but that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the lines, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother, Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. Hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Big up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering, awesome. Where's Tory? Like,
I wanted to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cup. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Now, live from the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. And I'm here for the action.
And nothing but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How you doing out there in Radio Land? How y'all doing in the chat? We got another powerful show for you today. So I'm gonna need y'all to open up your ears, okay? On this freezing Friday, January 23rd, 2026. Who we got in the chat? We got Kawanda. Jeff is in the chat. Josh, Cyber King Mike, Sir Chance is in the chat as well. And I think it is Up T-Lex. Up T-Lex is in the chat. And Lori Patterson from Baltimore is also in the chat. Now, look, I'm going to tell you this. The weather is so cold outside. If you don't have to be out, don't get outside. Hey, look, it's time to cuddle. They say cuddling is good for your health. It's time to relax. Public schools is out. Spend time with the family. What they call an unexpected holiday. You know what I mean? Day off, an unexpected day off for a lot of people. Make sure that y'all keeping warm. But we got an update on what's going on with this, what they call the dangerous weather, the emergency chill that's out here. If you watch this broadcast live, we got an update. Let's listen.
Brendan Johnson, the extreme cold has made its way into southern and southeastern Wisconsin. An extreme cold warning continues until 1 o'clock this afternoon. It is during this time that wind chills could reach as low as minus 40 degrees. Now, we are expecting here towards the mid and late morning hours that our low temperatures will reach into the negative teens across most of the area. And then as we roll into the afternoon, highs right around minus 5 or even minus 6 degrees. But double digit below zero, wind chills way below minus 30, again, as low as minus 40 in some spots. We will see some improvement this afternoon, but a extreme cold warning continues until 1 o'clock for the entire area. Our northern communities are going to keep at warning criteria all the way through tomorrow morning. And then for elsewhere across the area, cold weather advisory will come online, and then we will continue that until early tomorrow afternoon. So you are talking about dangerous cold through tonight and into tomorrow, but by noon on our Saturday, we will start to see some improvement. Now, you probably have heard about this major winter storm that will be tracking well to our south. That seems to be the case. I think we are going to miss out on most of the snow. However, as that low pressure system heads eastward and we've got high pressure moving in from the west, we are expecting some lake effect snow showers to develop down the central corridor of Lake Michigan. There is a chance that some of this could kick westward towards Wisconsin late tomorrow night into Sunday. Still some big questions on this, but Milwaukee, Racine, Kenosha standing the best chance at seeing some snowfall on Sunday. Stay with Storm Team 4 for the latest.
All right, salute to Storm Team 4 right here in the city for that update on the weather. I'll say this. I remember when I was coming up, I remember going to school in like a couple foot of snow and having to turn the other way, not toward the wind, to walk to school when I was younger. Now y'all kids got it made. If they say it's cold, you don't have to go to school. If it's enough snow on the ground, if it's just a couple inches on the ground, you don't have to go to school. I can see the difference. But once again, this right here, this cold weather is so dangerous. And every now and again, somebody may end up freezing to death. I remember it was a story a couple years ago where a young man who had to sleep in his car and he froze to death, because he had to sleep in his car. And I remember during this time, off and on throughout the years, that families who have been evicted, they can't find a place to live. They were on the side of the road in the cold, and I had to help, round up funds so they could stay in the hotel for a couple of days till the weather got better, because it was so cold. And they were, the kids were in the back seat with their nose running, and I was like, you know what, I got to do something. People say, Tory, why you help these families? They should know better. They probably misuse their funds, or they not whatever the reason they were evicted on the side of the road. You know what I say? I look at the kids, and I don't care what the adults have done. Those kids need to see something, some kind of action. And I had to make sure that I did what I could, which is I could put them in I raised enough funds to put them in the hotel for at least a couple days. That's what I would do. But shelter staff and outreach teams warn about life-threatening cold for Milwaukee's unhoused. A lot of those people that was over there on Valete, off of 14th and Valete, over there by the Martin Luther King Center, over there in the back with them tents. They used to be at the courthouse in them tents. This is dangerous cold weather for them. We got video on this. We got an update. If you're watching this rebroadcast live, let's listen.
With bitter cold just days away, Milwaukee's unhoused population is facing life-threatening conditions. At Repairs of the Breach, a shelter and warming center serving people experiencing homelessness, staff says they're already seeing a surge.
People need us.
The increase comes as a nearby homeless encampment was cleared by city workers earlier today, pushing even more people toward shelter and warming centers across the city.
Overflow, all 3 levels are filled with people coming in to get warm. And then we're doing double duty right now. So we have our emergency warming room, and it's at capacity and a little bit over.
Out on the streets, grassroots groups are trying to fill the gaps. Street Angels relies entirely on community donations, heading directly into neighborhoods to distribute essential life-saving supplies.
And our warming rooms are currently at capacity, over capacity. Last night, our team still served about 100 people who were unsheltered.
They say every layer matters, especially when temperature falls below 0. Meanwhile, the city's homeless outreach teams are working around the clock. I got a ride-along with outreach worker Lindsay, traveling through neighborhoods, checking encampments, offering resources, and urging people to come inside before conditions turn deadly.
Our team always gets out of the car, and our team always follows through.
She's doing check-ins and helping this person get a license and a birth certificate, 2 items nearly impossible to attain when homeless.
Oftentimes it's a ride to a warming center. Certainly we have hats, gloves, all those things, but most importantly, we're getting them someplace inside to stay warm and safe.
Warming centers are open, and outreach teams will continue pushing resources as the cold stretch moves in. The message from everyone I spoke to is the same. No one should try to ride out this cold alone.
All right, Gideon Verdine. Salute to Gideon Verdine for that report. I'll say this. I think that we have gotten better at informing the unhoused. Still a lot of work to be done, but I think we've made a fuss about the churches not being open around this time. You know, they want to, and that's, a lot of times the churches was giving pushback on being able to be open to house the unhoused. But I think that now that we fussed about it for the last couple years, I think that more and more people are starting to get more active in these situations. But yet and still, we still got a lot more work to do. Once again, it is dangerous cold levels out here. Be safe, bundle up, and if you don't have to be outside, keep everybody in the house safe and warm. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in.
And that's Tory Lowe bringing you all the action and all the smoke. On Saturday afternoon, the Milwaukee Panthers continue their road trip as they travel to Ohio to take on the Youngstown State Penguins.
Shows it, drives, drop it off for Big Frank inside, and Aaron scores. 12 points and 10 rebounds for Aaron Franklin. Corner, Aguilar for the tie, book it!
Scott Warris has the coverage Saturday starting at 12:30 p.m. on 101.7 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 1 o'clock.
New year, new savings for property owners. Odom Investments and Property Management is kicking off the new year with a special offer you don't want to miss. Half off your first month property management fees. Whether you own one property or a full portfolio, let our experienced team take the stress out of managing your investment. Start the year strong and save money today. Call 855-ODOM-WAY or visit odomhomes.com. That's odomhomes.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It starts with a spark. At Milwaukee College Prep, they nurture that spark from age 3 through 8th grade, building scholars with knowledge, character, and confidence. 88% of their students face economic hardship, but that does not define them. At MCP, they see students' potential, and they help them live up to that potential. 4 campuses, 1 mission. College and beyond, MCP is free, high-performing, and open to all Milwaukee families. Visit MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com to enroll or get involved. That's MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com.
Metastatic breast cancer, or stage 4 breast cancer, happens when cancer spreads beyond the breast to other parts of the body. About 168,000 women are living with it today, with Black women at a higher risk due to various factors. Research has led to treatments that help manage the disease and improve quality of life. The Everyday Counts study explores how nutrition and exercise coaching can support women with metastatic breast cancer. To learn more about the Everyday Counts study in Milwaukee, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu. If you or someone you know has stage 4 breast cancer, please encourage them to call and enroll in this valuable study. Again, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Grandpa had a shotgun, I got both on the dash, holy steel for the outcome. First body dropped to 16, ain't talking no COD, I'm talking
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. I just want to make sure we stay in the pocket with this. People that don't even have heat right now. People that don't have heat. Once again, there's another Milwaukee apartment building without heat. Residents are forced to leave. They're forcing them out, and it's cold out. What if they ain't got nowhere to go? We've been talking about these situations with these landlords that are allowing for the residents to be without heat and hot water due to whatever the situations or the conditions is. But once again, this is extreme, dangerous cold out here. So if you're forcing people out of the apartment building, where are they going? A Milwaukee apartment building, they saying, are forcing the residents out due to the building having no heat. We got video on this. If you're watching this rebroadcast live, let's listen.
Too cold outside or even without any heat. So that's the reason why we're inside of our weather car right now. Now, we're just outside of the apartment complex near 29th and Wisconsin. Now, those residents were forced to leave because of burst pipes and, again, no heat. Now, we can confirm tonight those residents are safe, and DNS tells us that they all got into a hotel or are at a family's home. Now, this is what we know at this time. Now, the Milwaukee County records show Barada Properties owns a apartment building that evacuated this afternoon. Now, DNS is calling it a life safety issue. They say they got repairs or no heat, no water, and burst pipes 2 days ago. They verified the complaint and issued a 48-hour emergency order, which expired today. The issues weren't fixed, and they started getting residents out. Now, we saw several families walking in and out of their out with their personal belongings. Now, most of the people that live here are Spanish speaking, and one woman who I spoke to tells me that that she was at least without heat for 4 days, and she relied on lots of blankets and the space heater just to get through the nights.
Well, it's bad because we're working people. We come back from work to this freezing cold in our homes. It's just bad for our health.
Wow.
And once again, one of the main concerns.
All right, I'm going to tell you this. When it comes to Slumlord, Barada Property don't have no discrimination. They don't have no discrimination. It don't matter who you is. If you renting from Barada Properties, hey, the poor conditions don't have no color.
When we pull these stories, Tory, in my head, I think in the back of my mind, I'm like, I wonder if this is the same apartment complex.
You know, it's all over. He got apartments all over, and it's affected all races, denominations. It don't matter what you believe in. If your heat off, Barada don't care. He don't care if you're Christian. He don't care if you Muslim. He don't care if you LGBTQ. He don't care what you is. You just gonna be freezing, you know. And it ain't. You know, I just don't understand it. Every year this happens. Every year around this time, you would think that he getting so much money, you would think that he would go to these places and fix it in advance. Because he know that he's buying up these old buildings. He putting a siding on there, and he putting these big boulders out in the front. He makes sure that happened to every property, that it looked like a hut. Like it got the hut look on the front and there's some bowls of big rocks in the front. But he don't go in the basement and make sure that the furnaces and all of the heating stuff is up to par. They making a lot of money.
I thought there was laws against this, Tory.
No, it seems like the laws protect the landlords more than it protects the residents. Because if it was laws against this, certain companies would have been put fines on and been in jail, okay? All I'm saying is, once again, we are in a situation where certain property owners are consistently in the news for renting out units that are not livable. And then it's wintertime, it's extreme weather, and people are being displaced during this time because of they're not actually having the proper units and conditions, especially in the winter, that's safe for families. This is crazy. This is crazy. If you are without heat right now, 833-212-1017, or if you think that your landlord might be a slumlord during this time, call in. We got to do something. It's Friday. This show gonna play a couple times. If you living in a situation right now, or you got somebody or a family member that's living in a situation right now that they may have now no heat, no hot water, you can be anonymous. You can remain anonymous if you don't want to say names, but call in 833-212-1017 if you're listening to the show right now. And let's get the information. Let's see if we can force these people to do the right thing. You know, because it's sad that we have to bring some kind of attention to this matter. People running to the news because the landlord got them singing the blues. You know, they paying the rent, but they ain't got no hot water. They ain't got no heat. And it's not because they didn't pay the bill, because, you know, they still got to pay the energy bill, even if they ain't got no heat. Let me tell you something. This is how cold it is, you know, in this world. They don't care if the landlord didn't fix the heat. You got the heat on in your name. They don't care if the furnace is down. Wow. And once again, if you out here and you're dealing with a slumlord, or you know somebody dealing with a slumlord, call in 833-212-1017. I want to talk to you. I want to get that information out here to everybody. Also, there was a situation with a man charged in Milwaukee for an arson on an apartment building. If you're watching this rebroadcast live, we got video on this. We got some audio on this. Man charged in Milwaukee for apartment fire. Let's listen.
So terrible, more night and day.
Just days after fire tore through this apartment building, there are now charges in the case.
They were saying they were jumping out the window. Yeah, just to not get burned alive.
Surveillance helped lead police to 44-year-old Keith Luco, a tenant who lived here. A criminal complaint explains Luco was seen loading what appeared to be a sleigh with various personal items prior to the fire and moving it away, eventually returning and running out of the door with a large flame visible behind him.
We're getting phone calls about people trapped with numerous kids inside of apartment units and elderly folks.
Milwaukee's fire chief says the building did not have sprinklers because it was built prior to a law requiring them. Multiple people were hurt. A woman suffered severe smoke inhalation. A small child broke her pelvis after she was thrown from the building to save her life.
What would you do, you know? I'd rather break a leg than burn to death.
Hours after the fire, police found Luco in Greenfield, where investigators say he admitted he started the fire, saying he was angry about his neighbors smoking marijuana, and explained he poured gasoline in the hallway and used a lighter to ignite it. He now faces multiple felonies and years in prison if convicted.
Andrew, how mad do you got to be about weed to burn the place down?
That's an insane reason to burn a house down. That's crazy.
I mean, this is wild. This is wild. And maybe he was going through withdrawal or some kind of addiction or something. I'm not going to make no excuses up for him, though.
This is up there with the guy that accidentally burned the entire, Goodwill clothes, remember? Because he was thinking about
Right,
his
he
wife.
burnt the Goodwill clothes collection box.
Yeah, this is up there with that of just dumb stuff.
This was extremely dumb. But once again, this is why you got to have, if you live in an apartment, you got to make sure that y'all know how to get out of these situations just in case the building catch on fire, because it could be as stupid as this guy. This is what he did over him being upset about some weed. Wow. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have a Pop Culture Report, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Life isn't a single moment. It's a shared ribbon that bends through the years. It binds us to the things and people we love most. One insurance company knows this because they live it. For 100 years, we've been with your family for the moments that matter most. Erie Insurance.
Find a local agent at erieinsurance.com.
Hi, I'm Priscilla Presley. My love for animals began when I was 5 years old. That sparked a lifelong commitment to speak up for animals who can't speak for themselves. Elvis and I supported American Humane Society because your compassion can change a life. American Humane Society strengthens the bond between humans and animals. Please visit AmericanHumane.org to learn more. Thank you.
Day 1, diagnosis day. The hardest day. The day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer.
But day 1 is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day 1.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
Dad's gonna be far side, good.
What should I do with my dress?
Do little wiggles. The slate's coming in.
What does it feel like when you're down or having a bad day?
It feels sad, like you just don't want to do anything.
All my little emotions in my head is just running crazy. I don't know what to do.
As a teacher or coach, do you ever feel overwhelmed supporting kids' mental health?
I had never experienced players being so down that they can't even participate.
He's just in tears in the huddle. I didn't know what to do.
Teachers need tons of help.
Kids Mental Health Foundation offers educational materials to help guide conversations with our students.
It's so important that we are constantly educating ourselves.
It's the same as the CPR class to me. We're trying to save a life here.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation has free tools and information developed by experts because kids' mental health starts with all of us. Scan the QR code or check out kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org to get started.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Milwaukee Bucks are in another slump, winning 1 out of their last 5 games. With trade talk swirling, Giannis made some comments about the team's effort in Wednesday's blowout against the Oklahoma City Thunder.
As a young guy, you gotta listen though. Gotta listen. If you keep on making the same mistake over and over again, and you doesn't matter what people say, you gotta be able to take feedback.
Tonight's game against the Nuggets begins at 8:30, with doors opening at 7 due to cold winter weather. The Milwaukee Brewers traded away starting pitcher Freddie Peralta this week, receiving 2 top prospects, Brandon Sproat and Jet Williams.
Peralta was with the Brewers for nearly a decade. In men's college hoops, Wisconsin gets their 5th straight win, beating Penn State 98-71. UW-Milwaukee has lost 3 in a row after losing to Robert Morris 88-76. Marquette is on the road in Butler tonight with tip-off at 7. This Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report brought to you by GP, New York's finest.
Yes, it is. What it do? It's Friday. Hey. It's Friday. It's hot in here, but it ain't too hot outside. So,
hey, did you freeze coming in? Did you experience some of the cold weather coming into the station today?
I told you, it felt like my thigh was falling off the bone.
Wow.
You went numb after about 5 or 6 minutes, but you know, mom don't play. Mom always told me, you know, when it get below freezing, you put the long johns on, you put the gloves on and the booties and all the other stuff. I had wool socks on today and everything. I was more than prepared. But again, for those people who have to be outside, you know, essential people that, you know, whatever your job might be, whatever errands and moves you got to bust, stay warm and don't, you know, try not to stay out there for long, because obviously the effects can set in within, you know, minutes and you might be in some danger, so trouble somewhere.
Especially if you got kids. Don't have the kids out.
The kids shouldn't even be outside the crib.
Kids shouldn't even be out.
It ain't no snow to play with, no nothing.
I'm about to call Child Protective Services if you got your kids out here today.
I hope they would.
I'm just messing with you.
No, look out for the people. Like I said,
hey,
kids, elders.
It's disrespectful.
It is. Absolutely. It's crazy.
The cold is disrespectful.
I say the summer feels like ages and miles away. But, I mean, we got to get through it. We all going to get through it. So, again, for those that need to check on your people, make sure that they're warm. Make sure that your heat is on. Space heaters, all that other stuff. Take all the precautions that you need to obviously stay safe, you know, in these cold temperatures right now. So,
hey. So what's going on out here in these pop culture streets?
Black excellence. Again, we strive to support black excellence here on 101.7 The Truth. And today we have to highlight one of the biggest movies of 2025, if not all time. Obviously, Sinners. As we know, the Oscars are coming up soon. And so Sinners has recently been nominated, or they were receiving nominations for 16 films or 16 categories, which now has set a record for the most in Oscars history. And so the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, they showered Sinners with more nominations than they ever bestowed on anyone again. Again, breaking the 14 nomination mark set by All About Eve, Titanic, and La La Land. And along with Best Picture, Coogler was nominated for Best Director, Best Screenplay, and double duty star Michael B. Jordan was also rewarded with his first Oscar nomination for Best Actor.
I think that Michael B. Jordan should win Best Actor and Supporting Actor because both of the role he played in this movie, he was in the scene at the same time playing two roles as opposite characters.
Yes.
And it looked real. You couldn't tell it looked natural.
Yeah. No, absolutely. We talk about it all the time that actors, we want to see actors show range. And so obviously when we look at the totality of Michael B. Jordan's career, you know, there was Fruitvale Station, which is another movie that kind of pulls on the heartstrings, a very, very sad ending, obviously. And I believe that movie was also directed by Ryan Coogler. And then we got to see him in Creed as Adonis and also, you know, other kind of pursuits that he's kind of had on the side. But in order to really have command of the screen, again, as two completely different characters with different values, emotions, and moments and everything like that, I think that this was the best performance that we might have ever seen from an actor. I don't think, especially in the black community at least. Again, I was talking to you about it off air with Denzel in Training Day. Right. And I'm thinking of like Will Smith and like iRobot, like movies where you get to see someone completely take command of the screen. And so it's one of my favorite movies that I've ever seen, if not all time. I think it's up there, top 5 all time in my opinion. But I
think Eddie Murphy did a lot of split acting as well. You know,
well, there was Nutty Professor.
Right.
I think there was it Dr.
Dr. Doolittle?
Yeah. And then what's the other one with all the kids? I forget the one with, it was Daddy Daycare.
Daddy Daycare. Did he play a dual role in that?
I feel like he had some other part.
I think Coming to America, he had like the, you know, certain scenes where he was in there where he was acting as another person.
Right.
But to make that look natural, it's a talent. Like they're in there with that person, but it's really them. Like that is amazing acting, and Michael B. Jordan deserves to get the Best Actor because this is not easy. He made it look effortless.
Absolutely. Again, and much credit as well to everyone else that was involved in the film, obviously, because it's difficult for them as well. Obviously, you're working scenes with multiple characters or you're having to reshoot multiple scenes where Michael B. Jordan might have been Smoke, and he might have been Stack from a different camera angle. And as well, shout out to Ryan Coogler and kind of the production team that made this flawless with the lighting, the camera effects, the angles, the positioning.
The storytelling.
Absolutely. And the story is beautiful. Again, it's set, basically in the 1920s and kind of the Deep South, where you see them, they're literally just getting together for a party and kind of things. Everything that could go wrong essentially does go wrong. And so, again, I was having an argument, in the back room, obviously, with Andrew. I believe Andrew set the kind of over 1.5, or he set the over 8.5 for them kind of.
You could actually make this bet?
Of course. You can make a bet on anything nowadays.
Okay, so it's a bet in Vegas.
Basically, that they won't clear, I'm going to say 8.5. They think that they won't win more than 8 awards. And so I kind of had to run through the list because there's a ton of nominations.
Why would you say 8.5? It's not a half award.
Well, you got to go over. You got to get 9 in order to win. That's how.
So they got to win 9 to win.
Basically, that's kind of how it goes.
I think they'll win at least 6.
See, I feel like that's too low.
But what I'm saying is, I've seen them give Kendrick a bunch of awards for Not Like Us.
True.
But he only got, he was in a lot of categories, but they got to spread it. They got to spread it around.
But do you think those were pity awards? Like, do you think that some of these awards will be given just for the film being so kind of far out there and kind of out of the norm?
No, I think that this deserves whatever it gets, because graphic-wise, you could talk about the innovation in graphics. Mm-hmm. You could talk about the acting. You could talk about the directing. You could actually talk about like when it was like about vampires, but it was not a vampire movie. It was like multiple things going on in this movie.
But that's the thing.
The storyline was, it was a little racism going on in this movie. It was a lot of Deep South, what they call the costumes that they were wearing to represent the past, the old school generation. It's so many different things that they did well in this movie.
Right. And I think that's kind of where it kind of gets tricky, because Ryan Coogler essentially alluded to the fact that this wasn't necessarily a horror movie. He didn't want it to kind of be boxed in and kind of
That's what I'm saying. Like, it was in there. Yeah. But you don't see this as a vampire movie,
right? But there's a lot of simile and allegory and a lot of things that kind of people like. For me, for example, I had to watch this movie 3 times in order to really understand.
I had to watch it 3 times. I think I've watched it 3 times.
No, absolutely. For some of the roles that the characters kind of played, and so a lot of people online, with all the discourse and all the TikTok kind of deep dives and stuff like that, they basically said that the characters or the main kind of protagonists of the story represented the 7 deadly sins. And so I kind of had to write them down because I pretty much kind of forgot for him. But they had Smoke, who represented wrath. He had the loss of his brother and his daughter as well. And then Stack, who basically was a kind of a shoddy businessman. I know there was kind of scenes where they alluded to some of the business that they did in Chicago, which is why they ended up running to the South in the first place. And then you had Delta Slim with Gluttony, who we knew was an alcoholic, but a very, very talented musician. You had Pearline, who obviously, she let Preacher Boy get a little taste of it in the back room, but which is one of the craziest
scenes
in the movie. Which exactly, and so she represents lust, the woman that kind of was in a bad situation but was willing to do anything to kind of forget her mind off of it, as well as Mary with envy, and so she was trying so hard to kind of fit into a place where she wasn't exactly welcomed. Obviously, it wasn't a time period where interracial dating was truly, really accepted, as well as Grace, who represented Pride, who was the first one to essentially die in the house. And then as well as Sammy, who kind of was the sloth, who wanted to forego his talent and kind of the blessings that he had in the church to essentially be the wild child and kind of this musical kind of, Firebird. And so
it was kind of like he was the chosen one in the process. Like the evil spirits was really after him and his talent.
Yeah, but
which is symbolic of what happens with us with our talents.
But that's the thing. They say you always have to kind of decide what evil do you kind of cater into, or you kind of have to understand and trade off and kind of sacrifice what you want or what you need in order to get to where you really want to be. And so everyone in kind of the story, they wanted Preacher Boy to be better than he wanted to be for himself. He was so caught up with the fast life with Smoke and Stack. And so, again, I'm probably alluding to it, but it was Stack that pretty much was like, hey, you shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be doing this. Like, are you sure you want to come take this ride with him? And it ended up being the ride of a lifetime. Obviously, as you see in the end scene where, they have, I believe the scene with Smoke and Mary where they're kind of in the bar.
Right.
And so it wasn't really worth it in the end.
I just don't understand when he hit him with the guitar, why did the guitar do that much damage to the vampire? What's that? What was symbolic of that?
Hit him with that soul. All that pent up soul and that blues and that kind of that power. But again, going through these categories, I think that this movie has earned at least 9 consideration for 9 things. Again, when you talk about the cast and everybody again being willing to work around what they had going on with Michael B. Jordan and the dual characters, as well as the sound, the visual effects, the original score, as well as the direction, again, the directive kind of vision of Ryan Coogler. He's also said that there won't be a sequel, and so
see, this is where they messed up.
You think nothing should? Do you think any movie should ever have a sequel, or just?
I think that sometimes, if you do it in 3s, because there's still ideas are still alive from this. That you can go into other ideas that they go after other people that have the similar gifts. So and pull another story out. That's meaningful. So. If they could create the series, look at Saw. Like, did you really need how many Saws that they made? Like 7 of them?
Well, it's bad people everywhere.
Okay, I'm just saying. So they just kept growing the series. And I think that when you make it a franchise, I think that, as far as the creative ideas and the different lanes and the different reasons for each movie,
right,
it can be powerful.
I don't know. I think you can make a sequel out of anything. I just don't think that it should take you too long to kind of get to it. Like, for example, this is another random kind of pull, but Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore was one of my favorite movies growing up as a child. Why did it take 20-plus years for them to make a sequel where he was?
Because when they created the movie, they was just happy to get the budget for the movie. And this is where I say Ryan Coogler probably was happy to get this movie off as a black director.
Absolutely.
So he wasn't. He ain't thinking like, I'm going to make a trilogy. He like, I'm just trying to get some funding to get this one idea off the ground. So he made it just one singular idea, because many times we don't have the comfortability and the funding to say, okay, I want to make 3. Like Marvel, like all of these other big companies, they be like, okay, we're going to make 10 of these.
I feel like
they come in with all of the money off the, and say, okay, they don't think singular. I believe that we think singular because we just want the opportunity.
I get that, but it's so crazy that we have to reach that far ahead. Like, another example that I can kind of think of, 50 Cent with Power. They have a Power universe. He is squeezing every single character that they have dry. I don't see why.
No, Power is good. That's a universe.
It's a great show. Don't get me wrong.
I'm so glad that 50 did this, the Power universe.
For the streets and for the hood.
No, not even that, because now he's showing that you don't have to be stuck in a box. I'm gonna create this Power universe because every other, rich director or somebody, they have the comfortability of making universes, And we are just so happy to get one project. Look, Mama, I got this one project.
Right.
Like, we just happy that we got it.
Absolutely.
And I think that we got to stop feeling like that, because it's limiting your imagination.
Yeah, for sure. I think
you're using up all your imagination on one thing.
Well, that's the beautiful thing. Again,
it's powerful.
No, for sure. When we talk about Sinners, though, as well as, again, beautiful film, beautiful idea, the premise behind it, again, everything like that. I think the main thing is that we have representation. I think allowing all of those, again, black talented actors who have probably struggled going role to role in their lifetime, they have a body of work that people can appreciate for forever.
What's going to happen to Sinners? They ain't going to make a sequel, but you're going to look up and see a TV series by another director stealing all the ideas. See, once we get successful and they see all them Grammys, you're going to see all this other stuff you're going to be like, they got that from Sinners.
They say imitation is flattery, though.
But they walk off with the multi-million-dollar ideas, and we just trying to hold on to what we got. All right, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversation. We got GP in the studio.
What it do?
Stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
From my family and myself, I would like to say thank you to Gruber Law Offices for taking such good care of us.
I would say thank you because you were so human and so much of a friend during the whole process.
I'm super grateful for them representing me and doing all that they did for me.
I would just say thank you for making me feel better.
That's why I'm here, to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You better know, yeah, all in the streets. People just know he a beast. He cannot go and get beat. Every game type it repeat. Yeah, know how it go. He up in the news, you know how it go. He the KF, you know how he the flow, you know he the flow. He be the control, he did the show.
101, The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report with GP in studio on this freezing cold Friday.
It's hot inside the booth, though. Like I said,
it is hot. It's hot in the studio.
Thank God we paid our rent this month, so we got heat in here. I don't know about everybody else. I can't speak for everybody else.
That's why I said all I got to do is get inside the station.
That's it. Get here, do your job, go home. And
it's gonna be hot.
Stay warm in the process.
Like Nelly said, it's gonna get hot in her.
Absolutely. So speaking of, again, while it's cold outside on the streets, people are also still kind of pushing this F the Streets movement, which
here we go.
Pretty much started with Young Thug. Again, Young Thug started this movement with a simple tweet about a month or two ago. And so the latest kind of person embroiled in this kind of beef is Fivio Foreign. And for those who don't know who Fivio Foreign is, let's call him a drill rapper. He's a 30-ish, kind of 40-ish drill rapper.
I think Mace signed or discovered him.
Yeah, in a 360 deal.
Right.
But Mace obviously went on $1 million worth of game and kind of debunked that kind of myth. But basically, Academics, another person in the kind of hip-hop and rap space who was not very popular and not very beloved, he sat down on the Off the Record podcast with Fivio. And Fivio pretty much called into legitimacy kind of 21 Savage's reputation in the streets. He pretty much was asking, like, who in Atlanta can vouch for 21 Savage? Who has ever seen him kind of do anything? Why do people believe that he truly is a street, N-word?
He came from he's not even from the United States.
People said he was outside, though.
But he's not born, he's not native to the United States.
Not a US,
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, he is not an originator of the
Where's
United
he from?
States. They say London. He's a bloke.
Okay.
He's one of them. But pretty much...
Sound like a plant.
Yeah, sound like it, but 21 Savage kind of came out on his Instagram, and there's a lot of words that I kind of can't repeat, but he pretty much alluded to the fact that he would slap Fivio Foreign for playing with his name like that. And so, again, it kind of calls into question, again, what do we define as a street N-word? And why do people? Here we go. Why are we still kind of having this conversation about F the streets when the streets have never done anything good or anything kind to anyone?
Well, I think a lot of people are figuring out that the ideal of being out in the streets is a trap, and the trap only benefits the jail. The cat and mouse idea. And a lot of these people who are trying to make these young people believe that they're so street, when they get in trouble, when the RICOs come, when they telling, they on the first 48 telling. So a lot, after years of seeing behind the scenes that, okay, the streets ain't really what it's all cracked up to be, I think that now that some of these rappers that were pushing a lot of this street idea and they're going to court and people are finding out that they done told, I think now they have pulled the cover off what they call
the veil, or
they pulled the veil off what they are, the street culture in rap, and a lot of people ain't with it no more. They saying, okay, these people are studio gangsters. They are making music to make people crash out on blacks. Like, they're not talking about other races when they in their music. They're not pointing out that they're going to do something to Hispanics. They're not pointing out that they're going to go over to the white neighborhoods and do something. They're talking about damaging and destroying the black community with this music. And a lot of people are starting to wake up and believe that the industry is programming our community to destroy each other, and they're paying people who can do it the best.
Yeah, I think, when it comes to this whole F the Streets movement, I think, again, as me, I'm an inner city kid. I grew up in, again, East Harlem, 110th Street, First Avenue. And so I saw firsthand, again, some of the dangers and kind of the connotations that kind of come with, again, the gang violence and the crime and all the other stuff that kind of, portrays itself. And so, again, it starts as a generational thing, because we look back to the 80s and the 90s where I don't want to say that gangs necessarily always had a positive connotation, but gangs were originally formed for just people to kind of hang out, take care of their communities.
Well, they'd have been lost that.
But I'm saying they'd have misconstrued the message.
What I'm saying is, to the point where how many recorded deaths have street culture have allowed in the black community? So I think this generation is starting to say, now we're seeing that the high profile bravado is false.
I don't know. I wouldn't say it's false. I just think, again,
what would you say? Are you caught up in the gangster lifestyle? I mean, what I'm saying is, if
you see me in here with
I'm just talking to you. I'm talking to you. What I'm saying is, it's all out there in court papers.
Right.
It's not nothing that we have to discuss. People have been pulling the cover and the rug from under the music industry for the last 2 decades. There is plenty of examples to see when these guys get in court that I was even Tupac. He was like, I was acting. This ain't real.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are we doing? Are we taking entertainment and kind of being delusional that this is real life? And then they got more aggressive with the drill rap. But then look what's going on in Atlanta with Young Thug.
Yep.
Look at what happened with Tekashi 6ix9ine and look what happened with Gunna. Look what's going on with these rappers when the real pressure come and get in their lives, and we look and read the paper and they pleading, they taking deals.
Yeah, cutting years off their sentence.
They doing what Nino Brown did at the end of the movie.
Yeah,
they doing what Frank Lucas did at the end of the movie.
Great movie, by the way, as well. Okay. I forgot about American Gangster. That was another one I mentioned.
You just said that because you from New York.
No, not at all. It's a great movie. But again, going back to this kind of movement, again, like I said yesterday when we had this conversation originally, I take everything that these rappers do at face value.
Right.
For example, I mentioned the video with G Herbo where he kind of was in the club and some people who might have been affiliated with the GDs, because he's known for saying GDK in some of his music and some of the raps. And he didn't really stand on his flag. And so now, again, no disrespect to G Herbo, but now I understand he really isn't living that life, because some of these people out there on the block with they lack the resources and the kind of reach and the pull that G Herbo does. It's very easy to look down on the streets when you're above in the clouds. You don't live that gritty, that kind of, uncomfortable lifestyle anymore. I don't want to glorify anything that these men have to do to get money or take care of their family.
I think we fall for the imposterism.
Imposter syndrome, you think?
Yeah. I think we like to fantasize about what it could be. And then when we find out what it ain't, I think that our minds don't think, okay, this is all fake. I think we say, oh, that person is just fake.
Right.
And I think that there's real elements to crime that involves, this mentality. But when it comes to entertainment, how real can you be? All right. When the spotlight is on you.
Yeah.
Where, you talking about homicides. Most of these guys are talking about something their friends did. Mm-hmm. When you hear the behind the scenes,
other people in
it's
trouble,
like they telling, getting other people in trouble. So are these people really gangsters, or are they just fascinated with the lifestyle and around people that are really doing it, and then they're exposing them because they mentioning it and dropping real incidents in the music, and then the drill rappers just told on themselves?
Well, I mean, we talk about it all the time. People do things and they kind of speak on things when it's convenient for them. Obviously, when the block is all that you need to support you and kind of hold you up, until you get into the stratosphere like the Young Thugs and the G Herbals of the world, you start to kind of really question all the decisions and all the, the problems and the issues that you got into when you were younger. For example, G Herbo grew up in a very, very tough area in Chicago. Now he's on his way again to supposedly earning $100 million. He just proposed to his fiance. He has kids now. And so now that you have other assets and stuff like that to protect, the streets don't really mean anything to you anymore.
If G Herbo getting $100 million, I don't see how. Because how many songs do people, most people can't name, regular people can't name 5 G Herbo songs.
I thought the same thing about YoungBoy. They saying YoungBoy on his way to $100 million.
No, I believe YoungBoy is on the way to $100 million because of the way he did it independently, and he always had the internet on Smash. Mm-hmm. He always had YouTube on Smash. He built his following from the dirt.
Yeah.
So even though if you don't believe who he is or not, you can look at his numbers for the last decade or so.
And it's proof of an audience.
It's proof of an audience. I don't see that with G Herbo.
I don't know. I mean, I just think that G Herbo, again, is one of these rappers that we kind of idolize with the younger kids. Again, the younger kids identify with the music because it's hyper. And
his net worth is $3 million.
$3 million? Oh, he let him tell it. Like I said, he got pressed. He got pressed by the GDs, and he started flexing his Cartiers and all the other stuff. Maybe he has $100 million in assets, but it's probably in chains and jewelry.
Here
and
we
cars,
go.
So
you think he got $100 million there?
It's sitting somewhere on his wrist, I guess. These people don't understand the property and assets and all the other stuff.
I understand the game, but what I'm saying is G Herbo is not, NLE Chopper. I mean, I think NLE Chopper got a little one leg up on G Herbo, and I don't even think NLE Chopper got it like that.
Well, he's into fashion and stuff like that too.
So but what I'm saying is, you can see NLE Chopper with Doug boots. You can see that you can see some of his marketing out there.
Right.
What shoe do G Herbo got? What is he endorsing? What product?
Fabulous's daughter. That's all he got. Really.
Okay. I'm just saying, it's insane to think that this guy got $100 million somewhere.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy.
Okay,
like I said,
I'm just saying
the movement is going to continue whether we want it to or not. So
you're right, and you know what? But I think more people are waking up. That's why rap ain't even on the charts.
You ain't never lie. You ain't never lie.
They want to hear. People are going back to decent hip hop.
Yeah, well, it's that top 100 kind
fun.
of, that H&M kind of sound.
Having fun. A lot of Milwaukee artists having fun.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you for the Pop Culture Report, GP.
Appreciate you for having me.
All right, God bless you. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we're going to open up the lines. Stay locked in.
He's the voice for the people and the community's connection to change.
Regroup, rethink, and reshape, and get on the front lines. It's only to your benefit. I always tell people, you helping the overall ideal of a better community, it actually helps you out. It helps you out. It helps your family out. It's time. Do not bring that reactionary attitude into the new year. This is the best time to start fresh. This is the plot. They plot this out, and it's been going on for years. This is normal. This is the way it is. This is where we are right now. It's all buddy-buddy. And if you're not a part of the friend situation, you're not getting in. They don't want nobody getting in and seeing where the messy. That's why I'll never get in. Because they know I'm not going to play around about my community. They know I'm not going to sit in no meetings and see y'all shucking and jiving and sniggling and giggling and not say nothing about it. I'm going to tell you to shut up.
The Tory Lowe Show, weekdays from 1 to 4 p.m. Live on YouTube and right here on 101.7 The Truth.
I take care of the kids, and I take care of my dad. I take care of things at work. The groceries, the cleanups, the meltdowns, the doctor's visits, the family events, mealtimes, bedtimes. I take care of all the things everyone else needs. But I haven't made time to take care of what I need.
Family caregivers are often overloaded. It can feel overwhelming and exhausting. It's no surprise that millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression every year. But help is available, because there may only be one you, but you don't have to do it alone. Head to mentalhealthcareworks.org. That's mentalhealthcareworks.org to learn how to get the support you deserve, because mental health care works when you make the call. If you're experiencing a mental health crisis or thoughts of suicide, dial 988, a message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
All of your favorite 1017 The Truth content whenever you want. The Truth app has it all. The Truth is on 1017 and 1510 WGKB Waukesha, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And I want to start the second hour off. Somebody sent me this video. We've been talking about the Epstein, and I think it's political ping pong. Now we're not talking so much about Epstein because they talking about ICE and what's going on with ICE, and so the media can move your conversation whenever they want, whenever they feel like moving your conversation. 1 minute you talk about Epstein, now you're talking about ICE. Tomorrow you're gonna be talking about something else. That's what they do. But I did see something where somebody sent me this video, and CNN is usually leaning left. They usually lean left, and this is why I say a lot of the mainstream media, depending on the owner, the idealism, is either left or Fox is leaning to the right. They need both sides, though. They need one to be left, one group of media to be left. They need one group of media to be right, and they need you to be confused in the middle. They need you to really be botted out in the middle. But something happened and I told people this was going to happen. Trump started suing these media companies for cutting his speech for January 6th. So I think BBC had to come out some money. How much did BBC have to come out of? Look that up, Andrew.
He sued him for $10 billion.
Okay, so they started losing these lawsuits. So now a lot of these reporters who was just saying all kinds of stuff, just kind of trashing Trump from CNN, now they have to read a different script on Trump because now they have to do a little bit more direct reporting instead of opinionated reporting. And I'm telling you, when people start going to court, this is what y'all don't see. Y'all don't see these court cases, the behind the scenes. Y'all may have seen the mainstream media, seen the article. They have put whatever ideal in this article and you swallowed it, which is okay because this is what people do. They watch these channels for whatever reason. But when they get sued, and they go to court and they have to bust out the facts in court, that's a whole different situation. So Trump sued a couple companies. He making his rounds. And now I seen this article from a CNN reporter who had nothing good to say about Trump. And now since these lawsuits that went out there, a couple of them got fired, after the election. Now it's time to bring in some new opinionated ideas. But this CNN article, I want y'all to hear this one about Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. This is from CNN, which is a liberal-based company. If you watch this broadcast live, I just need y'all to listen to this. Somebody listen to this.
Breaking news, the Wall Street Journal is out with a new report describing the fallout between President Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. The Journal reports that a spa worker from Mar-a-Lago often made house calls to Jeffrey Epstein's home 2 miles away. But those house calls, quote, came to a halt in 2003 after an 18-year-old beautician returned to the club from a house call to Epstein and reported to managers that he had pressured her for sex. The HR manager faxed Trump a letter suggesting that the club ban Epstein, and Trump agreed, which does mirror the president's own public comments about why he cut ties with Epstein. The White House is responding to the Wall Street Journal, writing, "No matter how many times this story is told and retold, the truth remains President Trump did nothing wrong, and he kicked Jeffrey Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago for being a creep."
Okay, now, this was back in 2003 when all this happened, and then all of a sudden Jeffrey Epstein went on to be, whatever we see today. And now we trying to get the files. There's a lot of mudslinging on who did what. The Clintons didn't show up for a congressional hearing. I don't even think they showed up to this day. They ain't show up for none of this. This is why I say, like, when you donkey gang, you try to find an advantage and try to, say what your side is, and then Elephant Gang is trying to say what their side is. But it's something called courts, where in the courts, that is a whole nother monster. And so we don't see the end result many times or the actual testimonies that's going on in these courtrooms. Now, I'll say this, for CNN to put that out there, that clip I just played, that lets you know that, okay, something happened in court. And it's a different dynamic. Now, you can think Trump is whatever you want to believe, a racist, whatever you want to believe. A red, orange man, however you want, or you can feel that the Democrats is trash. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to show you what a bot looks like, and many of y'all have been botted out, and no matter what is taking place, you're going to have false or strong loyalty toward the ideas that you feel like you kind of want to push, and you help push these narratives. I always say it doesn't matter who it is. If they're harming innocent life, they need to be in the trash. Trump, Clintons, Obama, Oprah, Tory, Lowe. I don't have feelings like that. But many times when you bot it out, we lose. We lose. And now CNN are reporting certain things that they would probably never report because now they got to be held to they got sued, or they may get sued, or they looked at what happened with BBC and they don't want that BBC. They don't want what happened to BBC to happen to them. Okay, stop playing. We got to get back to the right. We got to get back to the right ideas when it comes to people. That's all I'm trying to let y'all know. I don't care if you donkey gang or elephant gang, you could be a bot on both. It's bots running around here on both sides. Bot it out. Now that I said that, let's get back into the show. I had to say that. Because folks will come at me sideways because they want me to be something because they a bot. No, you just a bot. Anyway, I want to go to Iowa. I want to go back to Iowa. Remember that Des Moines superintendent that came over here, didn't have no degree, no nothing, became the superintendent out in Des Moines. I guess he admits that he was lying about everything. He was lying about his citizenship. He was lying about who he was. And I guess now he's ready to accept his fate. But there was a lot of people out there trying to fight for him. Standing out there talking about he was a good person. But now he's saying he a liar, So, okay, bots. Hey, look, we got video of what's going on. I need to give y'all this update. Let's listen.
2 federal marshals escorted Ian Roberts into the courtroom at the new federal courthouse downtown Thursday morning. The courtroom was filled with some of Roberts' friends. We also noticed about a dozen federal agents dressed in plain clothes in the audience. The judge asked Roberts to confirm he is pleading guilty to 2 federal charges. He spoke loudly and clearly, saying he did make a false statement to the Des Moines School Board in 2023 that he was a U.S. citizen, so they would hire him as a superintendent. He also pleaded guilty to possessing 3 firearms as an illegal alien. We spoke with Roberts' attorney, Alfredo Parrish, outside the courthouse after the hearing. Why did he plead guilty?
I won't go into that because he said he was guilty. Yeah, he had done these things. I mean, they don't thrill you, but these are things that he did. He wants to accept responsibility for it.
And what does the guilty plea get him?
We have to wait to sentencing.
We asked Professor Allison Guernsey about Roberts' guilty plea. She's a federal defense expert at the University of Iowa College of Law.
The benefit of the bargain is going to be that the government is agreeing not to bring any additional charges because they don't agree to dismiss any of the 2 charges that he's currently facing.
Court documents show a person believed to be Roberts' wife bought him a gun in 2019. Roberts was considered an ICE fugitive because he was subject to a final removal order issued in 2024. The plea deal says there would be no further federal prosecutions in the Southern District of Iowa against Roberts or other persons.
I would say this is not one of the happiest moments of my legal career, which has been pretty long.
Parrish is used to his clients winning in court. He told the judge how he would have defended Roberts if he had not pleaded guilty, but that is not to be.
Sentencing will be
we
the
know
day that
he going down. Okay, what I'm saying is there's people who's ready to fight for this man. They want to believe in this man. Now, even the lawyer looking at him like, fool, like, I already had a defense for you and everything. I'm not used to losing. What are you talking about? He knew he wasn't right, and he came forward and said, I'm guilty. You know what? I'm guilty of this stuff. And even the lawyer kind of like, what? Like, I can't believe he did this.
Do you have a little respect for that?
I don't got no respect for none of this. You know, it ain't about respect for me. I'm just telling the story. You know, this ain't nothing I would respect or not. You know, I'm just reporting what's going on. All I'm saying is I don't like when people want to believe that something is what it ain't. And they fall for imposterism. Like they fall for people, they look at the potential. And I was told a long time ago, you got to judge the fruit by the tree, not by the words. It's different from the labor, the actual physical labor and the fruit. So I don't listen to a lot of the hoopla. I just want to see what the result is. I try to stick around what is the outcome more than the dream. Now, everybody want to get stuck on the dream. I know we just had Martin Luther King Day, but once again, Martin Luther King was a worker. Everybody stuck on my Jesus. They praying for talking about Jesus, but Jesus was a worker. Don't forget that. Jesus went out and got his hands dirty in the street. That's all I'm saying. But when you fall for imposterism, they're speaking the right language, but it ain't no fruit. And a lot of y'all done fell for the words and no results. You a bot. When you do that, you a bot. I call that a bot. A person that's following ideas with no results. That you got to be a bot. You only listening to the imagination and you're being the imagination of the person because you can't even see what they even do. It's a lot of people I ask, they say, oh, this person is a great person. I said, well, what do they do? They get to stuttering, be quiet. Like, well, I don't know what they do, but I just think that they're a nice person. So you a bot. Hey, look, let me run the break because some of y'all bots might get mad. I got bots calling in, threatening me on the air sometimes. Because when they don't want people to wake up and understand that maybe I shouldn't be a bot no more. Maybe I should try to judge people by what they're able to produce as a result so I can look at the results and then say, okay, this person is able to be the leader. Not an imposter or a poser, or somebody that's trying to get you to do something that may not even be good for you. Some of y'all in relationships like that. Some of y'all, somebody right now, they talked you into the relationship and you ain't seen no results. Let me go to break before I get in trouble. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends, if it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
All you have is one chance after an accident, one decision on who to call, one shot to get the help you need. Don't waste it on the one offer you get from your insurance company. Make the one call to Gruber Law Offices. It's the only one you'll need to make. Call us today. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Metastatic breast cancer, or stage 4 breast cancer, happens when cancer spreads beyond the breast to other parts of the body. About 168,000 women are living with it today, with Black women at a higher risk due to various factors. Research has led to treatments that help manage the disease and improve quality of life. The Everyday Counts study explores how nutrition and exercise coaching can support women with metastatic breast cancer. To learn more about the Everyday Counts study in Milwaukee, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu. If you or someone you know has stage 4 breast cancer, please encourage them to call and enroll in this valuable study. Again, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This is my town. This is my city.
Out here in the bitter cold, and it's no joke. An extreme cold watch has been issued starting Friday and running into early next week. Dangerously cold wind chills as low as 5 to 15 degrees are possible, and that kind of cold can freeze skin in minutes. If you have to be outside, layer up, cover any exposed skin, and keep...
Hey, extreme cold watch. Y'all better bundle up. I don't believe y'all, should have any young people should be outside right now. If y'all gotta be outside, if y'all gotta go to work, bundle up. But once again, keep the kids safe, keep the kids warm. And it's a lot of unhoused people out here. Hopefully they can get to the warming centers. A lot to talk about on the show today, but I want to talk about something that I've been telling y'all about way before now. And this is what's going on in Minnesota with the ICE, with the people dealing with ICE. I'm seeing a story where, and I'll say this, these people been sacrificed. Play the rabbit hole for this part. These people may have been sacrificed. I've been telling y'all, don't get out there and get sacrificed. Don't let them put y'all on the front lines, and then they look up at you in handcuffs and you about to go to court. Because this next story is about a woman. And she was arrested for her role in organizing an anti-ICE protest that disrupted a church service in St. Paul, Minnesota. Ms. Armstrong was taken into custody by the FBI and Homeland Security agents and charged with federal conspiracy. This is what they charged her with, federal conspiracy. Prosecutors say Armstrong played a key role in coordinating the protests at the city's church, where activists interrupted worship, chanted outside the sanctuary, and disturbed families and children during the service. And also there was another person that was arrested, elected St. Paul school board member, was taken into custody for her involvement in leading the demonstration. And guess what color they is? That's what color the Armstrong woman is. She looked black to me. Okay. Now she facing up to, 10 years in prison? Play the rabbit hole music one more time before we show the video. Dumb. I told y'all to stand down. Because this was what was going to happen. They was going to take you to jail. You're going to charge you, and you're going to be in financial ruin trying to fight the case. Now you can take off the rabbit hole now. Hey, look, Truth Nation, if you're watching that rebroadcast live, we got video on this story. Let's listen.
Just new this morning, we've learned that there's been an arrest. This is over that protest at the church in St. Paul from last Sunday.
Protesters disrupted the service at City's Church over Pastor David Easterwood's role as acting director of ICE field office in St. Paul. Attorney General Pam Bondi announced this morning that she directed agents to arrest Nakima Levy-Armstrong. Bondi says Levy-Armstrong allegedly played a key role in organizing what she called the attack on City's Church. Bondi said, quote, "We do not tolerate attacks on places of worship," and said there will be more updates.
New details in the deadly ICE shooting in Minneapolis. The attorneys for Renee Good say that they have the results of an independent autopsy.
All right, well, that's Renee. They was about to go into Renee, but do me a favor, Andrew. Don't play the sound. Go to where the protesters was confronting the minister and pause it. I got another key point. I got another key point to make about this woman, this Armstrong, that's now in handcuffs and about to face 10 years in federal conspiracy. Go to that, pull that picture up. Look at this video. Somebody look at this. It's all white people. And she the one that went to jail. Look at this video. Go keep going, Andrew, a little bit. Go a little bit further to where the guy is standing in front of the minister. Not this one. Keep going. Look at this video. Look at this clip. Look right there. That's a white person. Look. Now look right here. Now this guy is up in somebody's face right there. That's not a black person. Look at this. Stop it right there. Stop. Look at this. Look. Stop it. Stop it, Andrew. Right here. Right here. I want to show something. You don't see a lot of black people in this footage. But if you look at who got the handcuffs, who went to jail, it's the black woman. So all I'm saying is, why didn't they go to jail? They up in the church. They up in the people's face with the cameras. Why aren't they being arrested? Why is the black woman the one on the news, on the cover of the news, saying that she helped organize the protest and now she facing federal conspiracy? That's all I'm saying. Because it's right here, right in the video. Why didn't this guy get arrested? The one guy that's standing there in front of, that's interrupting the church service. That's all I'm saying, Andrew. I've been telling y'all this the whole time. I've been telling y'all this for 6 months to stand down. Because you a pawn. You just a pawn in the game. And now this woman is in ruin. Now ain't no telling. I mean, I'm sure that they may have an attorney for her, but look what happened to Hannah Dugan. She was a judge here, and she got found guilty. You're not going to win these federal cases like that. I sent Andrew the picture of the woman. Clip that picture and put it on the so they can see the woman in handcuffs. Because sometimes you got to get real examples so y'all can see what I'm talking about. I'm gonna be ahead of the curve. I'm gonna keep y'all ahead of so y'all don't have to be like this woman down there in St. Paul, taken into FBI custody. Homeland Security, trying to think you bigger than Homeland Security. Okay. She was the fall person. Brewer said, that's not funny, Tory Lowe. This is just COINTELPRO racism. Yeah, but it don't matter if it's funny or not. It don't matter if I laugh or not. She the one that got to go to jail. I told people to stand down. I told my city to stand down because I already know what the end result is. I already know what they're going to do to you. You can't even get Barada property. But you going after ICE. You going after Homeland Security. Stop it. Did we got that picture, Andrew, of the woman? This is how most of y'all that want to get involved in this stuff going to end up in court. And this is why I say you may want to stand down. This is why I say you may not want to get involved in that extra. Look at this. Look at this. Look at Miss Anderson. Now, I don't think she was going to go to jail that day. She thought, they probably told her, okay, you organize it. She thought she was going to put the cape on with the hole in it. If you watching as we broadcast live, she the one that's making the front page. With the handcuffs, with the agent walking her out. But if you look at the video of the protest, you don't see a bunch of black people in that church. You see whites, confronting, the minister or whoever, and whatever they was doing. Her name is the only one in the spotlight right now to go to jail. And then another person that was a board member or something. I'm not going to keep talking about this. I'm not going to keep talking about this ICE. I'm not going to keep talking about what they're going to do to you. Go out there. Go on and do whatever you think you big and bad enough to do. I wish, you know what? I'm going to go to break because this is one of those conversations that when I say it ahead of time and then I start seeing it happen, I don't want to say I told you. So I'm going to run the break. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Elevate your game day gear or any outfit with official merchandise from the Milwaukee Bucks Pro Shop. From authentic jerseys to exclusive apparel and accessories, the Bucks Pro Shop has everything you need to showcase your fandom wherever you go. Cheer the deer to victory with authentic Milwaukee Bucks items. Visit us at the Bucks Pro Shop at Fiserv Forum or Bayshore Mall, or shop online at shop.bucks.com.
Dad's gonna be far side, good.
What should I do with my dress?
Do little wiggles. The slate's coming in. What does it feel like when you're down or having a bad day?
It feels sad, like you just don't want to do anything.
All my little emotions in my head is just running crazy. I don't know what to do.
As a teacher or coach, do you ever feel overwhelmed supporting kids' mental health?
I had never experienced players being so down that they can't even participate.
You're just in tears in the huddle. I didn't know what to do.
Teachers need tons of help.
Kids Mental Health Foundation offers educational materials to help guide conversations with our students.
It's so important that we are constantly educating ourselves.
It's the same as the CPR class to me. We're trying to save a life here.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation has free tools and information developed by experts because kids' mental health starts with all of us. Scan the QR code or check out kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org to get started.
I'm Angela Bassett. As a first responder on screen, I know what it means to act fast in an emergency. In real life, the same urgency can save lives, especially when it comes to a food allergy. For 33 million Americans, one bite can turn an ordinary meal into a life-threatening reaction. And too often, they don't have the one thing that could save them: epinephrine. But emergencies don't wait. And when a severe reaction happens, being prepared makes all the difference. Now, there's a needle-free option, a new way to carry epinephrine that makes it easier than ever to be ready. No needles, no hesitation, because when the unexpected happens, the best thing you can do is be ready. Know the risk, know the options. Be ready to act. Learn more at foodallergy.org/ready to act.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer.
The Milwaukee Bucks are in another slump, winning 1 out of their last 5 games. With trade talk swirling, Giannis made some comments about the team's effort in Wednesday's blowout against the Oklahoma City Thunder.
As a young guy, you got to listen, though. You got to listen. If you keep on making the same mistake over and over again, and you doesn't matter what people say, you got to be able to take feedback.
Tonight's game against the Nuggets begins at 8:30, with doors opening at 7 due to cold winter weather. The Milwaukee Brewers traded away starting pitcher Freddie Peralta this week, receiving 2 top prospects, Brandon Sproat and Jet Williams. Peralta was with the Brewers for nearly a decade. In men's college hoops, Wisconsin gets their 5th straight win, beating Penn State 98-71. UW-Milwaukee has lost 3 in a row after losing to Robert Morris 88-76. Marquette is on the road in Butler tonight with tip-off at 7. This Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Pleasure. The man turn a dog turn a shepherd. He getting the lost ones together. Trying to tell him the truth, tell him they can do better. Low in the streets, you better know it's for the people. Trying to take the village back from the villains, let them know it's a sequel. That boy heart so big, he can't fit inside a wriggle. No fraud, no tricks, no deceit, no evil. Tory Lowe.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Well, we know it's cold outside. We know we in the winter season. We got the Arctic cold out here. But I seen something where that made me raise an eyebrow. Because you want the streets well salted. You want to make sure that during this time that, the city has what they need to salt the streets. Well, I see Milwaukee contractors face winter salt shortage. We got video on this. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. Let's listen.
This is not like winter's past.
Working in the single digits is nothing new, but rationing salt supply is the tip of the iceberg.
Certainly, we're struggling to keep enough on stock, and the prices are skyrocketing.
Myron Dorshak is the co-owner at Dorshak Tree and Snow Plowing Service. He says the rock salt supply in Milwaukee is low early.
The problem is the prices are doubling. There's really no more coming into Milwaukee, so we got to get salt from Chicago, and it's starting to go from other states. Even they said we could go to Kansas pick it up, but that's a little far to go. They got good prices in Kansas, though.
Dorshak says they usually buy 1,000 tons of salt a year at $110 a ton. Now suppliers are charging more than double, about $250 a ton.
We didn't put it in our cost structure with our customers in the contract, so we're just going to have to eat that, kind of take a little loss there.
Dorshak says the early November snow and multiple winter weather events ate up a lot of salt. He's not the only one. 2 other viewers reached out to Fox 6 about that same problem. Dorshak says now his company is turning to brine.
It's a liquid salt and it melts a lower temperature. So brine is actually very good. It's costly to set up and all that.
Here's a look at the salt supply at Jones Island, a hub for salt from various producers where piles appear smaller than years past.
We may not have enough salt for the rest of the season, and it's going to get very slippery.
Well, when do they load the salt into storage? Like, didn't they know coming into the winter season that we low on salt? Like, is this like, did the shipment, do they have to wait till a certain time of year to get the shipment of salt? Or, because if it was just sitting out there with the tarp over it, waiting, from, have a storage area for it, you should have been able to look at the storage area and be like, okay, we may not have no more salt.
It sounds like they bought the salt prior to winter and now they've used it all.
They used it all up.
Sounds like it.
So it should be like some kind of data, like we need this much salt.
They just had more winter.
You don't wait till it get emergency cold to find out you ain't got enough salt. I don't know if that was the case, though, because we just doing the article. Maybe they been knew that they had an issue, right? We just now hearing about it. I would think.
I imagine after that first really bad November storm, they were like, I don't know how it's going to be this year. Hope it's a dry January.
Here we go. Well, like I said, if you drive in, we know how to drive in the winter, so to reduce the speed. You may have to really reduce the speed because some of the areas may not get salted.
I don't know, Tory. You listen to these traffic reports? Mm-hmm. It doesn't sound like a lot of people know how to drive in the snow.
Yeah, well, we from Wisconsin. I'm saying that if you live in Wisconsin, we're used to driving in the snow. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Now, when it comes to the psychological and the logic, I can't speak for that. Because I almost got hit recently by someone that almost hit. I took an Uber somewhere, and somebody almost hit the Uber driver, driving like 60 miles an hour in the snow. Couldn't slow down, couldn't stop.
Wisconsin license plates?
Yeah, it was definitely Wisconsin license plates. But like I said, I'm still here, so at the end of the day, I just would think that, okay, they have the salt stored for, and, you know, after a couple years, you kind of can get an idea of how much salt you need. When did you look over in the storage and be like, we may not have enough salt? Or are you saying that something happened where they may have used salt and then they was like, okay, we probably used too much?
November, I'm telling you.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we can get somebody on they doing TV interviews. Maybe we can get them to come on the show. You know, Andrew, you the producer. Make sure, reach out to them. They may come if you call them.
Yeah, I got to call the salt guy.
Tell them you from the Tory Lowe show at the end of the conversation. You know, make sure that they excited about coming on. Also, we got a situation in Milwaukee. We've been following this story about the roofing. People doing unfinished roof jobs. You know how it is when y'all want y'all roof done. And that's a major decision for a family or for somebody to say, okay, let me get the roof fixed. Well, it was a situation where contractors, coming up, messing, up the roof ideas. This Milwaukee contractor is wanted for unfinished roofing jobs. If you're listening as we broadcast live, we got video. Let's listen.
These images from Sarah Haas's Economwalk home that shows her supposed new roof and siding from Raise the Roof Roofing Systems owner Robert Lyons of Milwaukee.
He was local and he seemed nice enough, so I went with him.
How did it go?
Not very good.
Haas's house needed a makeover following a 2022 hailstorm, but the $26,000 job dragged on and on, never finished.
Said he was going to come back and do the touch-ups and make everything look nice. Well, that spanned month after month after month, and he never came back. He came back about a year later and said he would fix things, attempted to fix things, but it was a shoddy job. It looked awful. My kid could have done a better job.
More than 3 years later, the house here in Economwalk looks pretty good. But only after Haas paid another contractor $7,000 to properly finish the job. She's not alone. Lyons now faces 7 felony counts, charged with theft by contractor involving 7 victims, 5 of them elderly, for a total of more than $55,000. There's a warrant for his arrest right now. How do you feel about that?
Oh, wow.
I think it's good. You do this to so many people. I don't know how a person can sleep at night doing something like that.
No one answered at Lyons' Milwaukee home Tuesday. Perhaps no surprise, considering police are still looking for him too.
All right, he done ducked off. He done ducked. Like, okay, so this is what the problem is, because I have a lot of people, homeowners, hit me up and they say, Tory, I need my roof done. Or do you know anybody that does roofing? And the homeowners that when they go to do the roof thing, they got to count on the contractor to do the job. Well, I've started to see that they're ripping a lot of people off when it comes to doing these roof jobs. So this is something I've been following for a while now. I did this is like my 4th story on roofing. And if it's going like this, if they're not doing the job of lazy roofers, I wonder, can you look up, like you should be able to look up like reviews, right? I mean, you would think that there would be a review on the roofing contractor. Unless they came from over the border and they started a company and they, working like that. Like, I think I see a lot of those people, when I go and deal with certain slumlords, they'll hire off the grid maintenance people so they don't have to pay that much. I'm not going to say no names, but you can use your imagination. You can use your imagination. But I've seen people use people who do construction work off the grid, to save money, to save costs. But in this situation, you would have thought that they would have been able to look up the reviews on this contractor. I don't believe he should be able to be out here and do certain construction ideas without having your stuff in a place where people can actually view or get reviews on or you shouldn't even sign a contract with anybody unless you can do a search and see some of the work. And some people will put that on Google, but then they'll have their buddies do the review or do the report. Flood the reviews. So to me, you can't even really trust that either. But it's got to be you should be able to, how when you get a job, they ask for 3 references. The company should be able to give you like 3 references, but then you don't even know truly who those people are.
See, I always do word of mouth. Like, I'll go to like a hardware store or something and say, hey, do you know a good roofer? Those people usually know. Because
they always in there.
Yeah.
Like Ace Hardware.
Sure.
Okay.
Menards, yeah.
Well, all I know is a couple years ago, I know a couple homeowners on the north side, they had to call me because they was contracting people to do jobs for their bathroom and the roof, and they did shabby jobs, real shabby jobs, and they was wondering, could they get their money back, or is there a way to, I said, you got to, depending on what you spend, if it's less than $10,000, you could probably go to small claims court. I think it costs like $90-something, $99-something, about $100 to file the claim. And if you have some type of public assistance, you might can get a waiver to file a small claims. But what I'm saying is we got to start taking people to court. We got to start learning how to file small claims. And I think that we think, okay, I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to get caught up. But if it's anything that got to do with business, if it's like, $10,000 or less, or $10,000 or more, you may have to go into the civil courtroom. I don't know how much. You may have to probably get with an attorney to see how much to file a civil lawsuit if it's like $25,000, $30,000. But if it's $10,000, you can do small claims on your own if you got the receipts. Most judges in small claims court, they not looking for no big-time lawyer. So all you got to do is say, this is the date, this is what I paid, show the pictures. You may get some money from it. I don't think enough people go to small claims court or try to practice suing agencies that rip them off. I think we should look into that. When we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Need a way to hype up your day?
This is Lorenzo.
Lorenzo, you just won $5,000!
What would you do with $5,000?
That's free for a couple months.
Yes,
there you go.
Yes.
Y'all just made me happy.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
Can we hold something?
Y'all holler back at y'all.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Every child deserves a school that sees their brilliance. At Milwaukee College Prep, they believe in high expectations, strong character, and academic excellence starting as early as age of 3. MCP scholars continue to outperform their peers across Milwaukee. And the best part about it all, Milwaukee College Prep is tuition free. If you're looking for a school that partners with you, challenges your child, and prepares them for college and beyond, Milwaukee College Prep is the place. Visit MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com to learn more. That's MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. My training helps me at work when I lead by example. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
Many of our most important memories are made at school. But for children like Victoria, the classroom can be a place of fear and isolation. She wore a bandage over her cleft every day, too shy to speak, too afraid to smile. Everything changed after one life-transforming surgery made possible by Smile Train. Today, Victoria's smile lights up her classroom, a symbol of confidence, connection, and new beginnings. Due to stigma, children with untreated clefts often miss out on school entirely. But thanks to Smile Train, students like Victoria are stepping into the classroom, raising their hands, and finding their voice. Smile Train partners with local experts to support with free cleft surgeries and other comprehensive care, empowering children to thrive in school and in life. Let's help every child walk into the classroom with confidence. Visit smiletrain.org/learn.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
They killed my dog in front of his mama, right on the front porch of his house. I lost some dog to the slaughter, but still I'm marching with a cross in my hand. Heart's got the evil of Sodom and Gomorrah. My kids in the projects can't drink the water, and then they wonder why we slaughtering daughters. They can't see the forest for the trees, but I'm chopping them down. Cause you don't know your ancestors, but you cop the designer. Eviction notices inside of your apartment, they pile up.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. I guess we had the first Wisconsin Democratic governor debate. I don't think nobody kind of stuck out in this one. I think it was kind of, they kept it kosher. It wasn't no mudslinging. It wasn't, a lot of people are saying that, okay, well, it wasn't, nothing stuck out from the debate. But they were asked to talk about ICE right here in the state of Wisconsin. Wisconsin Democratic candidates for governor talk ICE. We got some audio and some video on this if you're watching this with broadcast live. Let's listen.
And well, here's the 7 Democrats who shared that stage. You can see it right here. The current lieutenant governor, Milwaukee County's executive, 2 state lawmakers right there in the middle, and then 2 former Evers administration cabinet secretaries there at the end, and then the state's former lieutenant governor. They joined Main Street Action's Governor's Candidate Forum. Most of the questions were from small business owners, including questions on child care and paid family leave. The last question was on ICE and how to strike the right balance between law and order and at the same time, avoid being labeled soft on crime, while also make sure people's rights aren't infringed upon.
Agents should be easily identifiable. They should be unmasked. They should be wearing body cameras. We should have, they should not be able to go into sensitive places without a judicial warrant.
Standing up for people's constitutional rights, whether a citizen or not, is not soft on crime at all.
Abolishing ICE is a meaningful policy if we want to keep each other safe.
This is the single biggest threat that our country is facing right now. Donald Trump and his authoritarian Republican regime have unleashed a violent, unaccountable, lawless paramilitary force on American streets.
And seeing what is happening goes to the core of the work that I've done throughout my life to support democracy, to support civil rights, to support these ideas of due process.
We celebrated the birthday of Dr. King, and I remember something that I read about him that he said, hate can't drive out hate, only love can do that.
We need a governor who's going to stand up, a governor who is going to use every tool at his disposal or their disposal, a governor who is going to empower the Department of Justice, most importantly, a governor who's going to be bold.
All right, well, this may be a huge issue in the race for governor, depending on the state of Wisconsin, how they flow, because Wisconsin voted for Donald Trump. Wisconsin, the one that tipped over and put Donald Trump in office. Once the numbers came in from Wisconsin, Donald Trump was in the White House. That's all I'm saying. So it depends on the state, how the state feels about this. Now, taking a hard stance, would it work? Who knows? But Obama deported more illegal immigrants than anybody. Obama, nobody was outraged. He had no outrage when Obama did it. More than any president, Obama. Understand what I'm saying? So is this selective outrage, or you know what I mean? Because the Democrats, if they're upset now, why they weren't upset when Obama did it? He have deported more people than Donald Trump. But now it's an outrage. That's all I'm saying. It's botted out. I guess depending on, all right, I was going to say something, but I'm going to keep that to myself. I'm going to get to the next story. There's also a proposal that would limit ICE law enforcement staging right here in Milwaukee County parks. They're trying to limit what ICE can do in the Milwaukee County parks. If you watch this broadcast live, we got video on this as well. Let's listen.
From the debate, you wouldn't realize the proposal doesn't use this word. ICE?
ICE.
ICE. ICE. ICE. The debate is all about immigration and customs enforcement.
Why are we going to hide what we're actually trying to accomplish, just secretively and quietly?
Supervisor Juan Miguel Martinez revealed the intention.
Wasn't to beat around the bush, as you say. It was just me trying to maintain a little bit of carefulness here and not drawing constant attention regarding ICE and what we're trying to do to protect our undocumented constituents.
There's a reason for that ambiguity. Here's the county's attorney.
Yeah, you can't single out a specific law enforcement agency or unit of government.
The new Milwaukee County Board proposal says this: law enforcement needs written authorization before staging in Milwaukee County parks. The proposed ordinance would still allow police to do routine patrols and respond to emergencies. Supervisors admitted this would likely not stop ICE.
We can't make a promise that we can't keep here.
So what's the point?
It does give us the grounds to sue later on.
It underscores our vision for Milwaukee County parks.
The County Board's Parks Committee approved the proposal on a vote of 6 yes, 1 no. Steve Taylor.
Our sheriff's department going to start arresting ICE agents in the park.
See, everybody, all the Democrats are now on the we against ICE, but Obama is the king of deportation. No other president have deported more people than Obama. And I guess when it don't fit the narrative, okay, at least we can stop ICE from setting up in the parks, I guess. It's stupid. It doesn't make sense. I can see if they always had this stance, but that's not the case. Hillary Clinton, Obama, the Clintons, Obama, all right. Y'all got a short memory. And I'm not saying that the Democrats, maybe the narrative have switched that people can't change their minds. But if they mind change, then why? And is it to their benefit? So it only changed when it was to your benefit. But when Obama was in office, he was throwing people out of the country left and right. Somebody in the chat says, Mark Reed in the chat says, they not mad at Obama because he did it quietly. Yeah, okay. Andrew, sometimes I scratch my head when I look at all of this. Now they in an uproar. They got, they can't take it, But how long, Obama was a while back, so maybe they had, a change of heart. Maybe now the situation may be to their benefit. That's what I think.
I think it's getting close, though, Tory. So in 8 years with Obama, it was about 3 million removals. 4 years of Trump plus last year makes 5. It's about 2 million.
Okay, so what I'm saying is Obama did more deportations.
We're going to close in probably in July.
No, I'm just talking about right now from the words that's coming out of my mouth. Obama had two terms, 8 years. How many people he deported?
3 million.
3 million. That was more than any president. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. That's all I want to say. We can see, because I know Trump going to continue the agenda because that's what he ran on. But what I'm saying is the Democrats acted like this is something brand new, and it's not.
Deportation started under LBJ.
That's what I'm saying. And so let's just, I don't even see why, you would want people to put themselves out and protest and do all this fighting and get in trouble and get their life ruined from getting tickets. But y'all did it. I don't know. Andrew, can you make some sense of this?
I don't know if I can, Tory.
Somebody said innocent people weren't being attacked like this. I beg to differ because the conditions, people was complaining about the conditions of the undocumented under Obama in the cages. Yeah, it was outrageous. Don't make me have to pull up articles.
Well, I was going to say you could argue about innocence.
No, but what I'm saying is it was all the same. Nobody don't have to, like the way you run your administration, the way I run my administration, the way you attack it and the way I attack it may be different, but it was the same thing.
But are any of these people innocent?
I don't know what they're doing. I know if they all right, I'll put it like this, Andrew. If you want me to go get Lil Ray for breaking the law, which I do, if somebody kill a black person in my community and they breaking the law, I'll go after them. So you want me to go after Lil Ray, but you don't want me to go after Hector. Somebody help me understand. Okay. Matter of fact, I've seen Lil Ray go down for what he was doing in the street, and they raided his grandma's house because he had a mail. His mailing address was at his grandma's house, and they went and raided grandma's house, even though she wasn't involved in the mess. They tore her house up looking for him, maybe evidence of what he was doing. So she was innocent, got her house ripped apart. Grandma's house got ripped apart for what Lil Ray was doing. Okay, so what I'm saying is, if you over here illegal and they coming to get you, maybe some innocent people may fall victim to it. Just like Lil Ray's grandma. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
Come in with straight truth.
If you acted up, if you were out here doing any kind of foolishness or just something that people know would make your family's name look bad, your neighbor from down the street, if they see the son or daughter, be like, what are you doing? They gonna call you out. They gonna let you know that they saw you, and then they gonna tell you, come here. Now, you know I'm gonna tell your daddy.
That part.
There are a lot of times when people are new to an area, they don't know where to plug in. And anybody who plugs in the 101.7 The Truth and listen to you and Dame and Truth Nation would know that there is a significant public outcry when violence happens in our community. Don't worry about the outcry if you're not listening to the right people. So I would encourage her to tune in to 101.7 The Truth and listen to you guys, Denise Thomas, Dr. Ken Harris, Tory Lowe, and definitely Sherwin Hughes every day.
Watch all your favorite 101.7 The Truth shows by subscribing to 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
Dear employer,
my name is Phil Martin.
My name is Michael Roskovich.
Ronaldo Bird.
Zach Dizer.
I am writing to express my excitement at the opportunity to join your team.
As someone on the spectrum, I possess a unique set of skills
that sets me apart from other candidates.
My detail-oriented nature allows me to communicate complex ideas,
to break down data, to have no fear in meeting new people.
I may communicate in ways that are different from what you are used to.
Structure, routine,
and clear expectation.
Help me do my best work.
My autism allows me to have a perspective that needs to be seen and heard.
It allows me to make the world safer and improve systems in ways others can't. It allows me to bring people's inner worlds to life with my artwork.
My autism
will bring your team important insights.
Thank you for your consideration.
An autistic inclusive workplace is good for business. It's time to make a change. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/win.
I take care of the kids, and I take care of my dad. I take care of things at work. The groceries, the cleanups, the meltdowns, the doctor's visits, the family events. mealtimes, bedtimes. I take care of all the things everyone else needs. But I haven't made time to take care of what I need.
Family caregivers are often overloaded. It can feel overwhelming and exhausting. It's no surprise that millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression every year. But help is available, because there may only be one you, but you don't have to do it alone. Head to mentalhealthcareworks.org. That's mentalhealthcareworks.org to learn how to get the support you deserve, because mental health care works when you make the call. If you're experiencing a mental health crisis or thoughts of suicide, dial 988, a message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
Listen to the home of the 5K Gruber Cash Giveaway. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah, Milwaukee, stand up, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth, from 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope, yeah. Tory, Lowe, from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back, we ready. 101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And I got my question of the day. I can finally get to my question of the day. What are you doing? What are you doing right now to get through this cold weather that we're having? What are you doing right now with the family? We got a couple days of the extreme cold. What are some activities that you can do during the extreme cold in the house with the family? 833-212-1017. How are you dealing with the extreme cold conditions right now? 833-212-1017. My question of the day. Are you booed up? Watching the streaming services. You know what I mean? Just chilling, taking this as a little vacation. Maybe some people was able to get off work. We even had an opportunity that we didn't have to come in, I think. Or did I have to come in? I guess.
They said if you could, you should.
Right. But it wasn't necessary.
Right.
You know, but what I'm saying is the school shut down, you know. Maybe you at home with the family listening to the Tory Lowe Show. Or maybe you at home with yourself, by yourself, chilling, hanging out, didn't really have to go nowhere today. What are you doing to beat the cold? 833-212-1017. What are some of the things you do if it's so cold outside to keep yourself from being bored? I want to know, Andrew, what do you do?
I'm a big video game guy. I'll fire up Madden.
So you just gonna be on the video game all day?
Yeah, I'll play Madden, play a little 2K, maybe watch some Netflix shows.
Do some Call of Duty?
No, I'm a big sports video game guy.
Okay, so you just go through the tournaments.
Yeah.
See, I used to do that too. I used to binge. It didn't have to be cold for me to do that. I just needed some time off.
No, if it's nice outside, I'm not going to be inside.
If you're going through it right now, if you're at home, what are you doing to beat the cold right now? 833-212-1017. I want to know. They're saying it's going to be like this for a couple of days. Did you stack up? You know, I've seen a lot of people, they knew that the cold was coming. It was going to be extreme cold. So they started going to the grocery store, making sure they had what they need for a couple of days. Plus, it's going into the weekend. What are some things you could do? Are you playing board games with the family? What are you doing during this time? 833-212-1017. I want to know. We got Miss C on the lines. How you doing, Miss C?
Hey.
How you doing, Queen?
I'm chilling. That's what I'm doing.
You nice and warm.
The weather. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You got the comfortable
Hey,
pajamas
Tory.
on.
Look, hey, I got a brand new from HSN, okay?
That's what I'm talking about.
Network, my friend. But I want to announce something. Can I do it?
Go right ahead.
Yeah, I want to announce my new book.
What?
My new poetry book, Tory. Yeah, remember when
Hold
you and
on.
Liz came by? You remember me?
Yeah, I want to hear what's going on. What's going on with it?
Yes, brand new, Tory, brand new. Guess what the name of it is?
What's the name of it?
What you doing right now, using your goal, expressing yourself to the nation. The essence of black gold.
The essence of black gold.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait a minute. I may need you to read me one poem. How many poems in the book?
About 50.
So can we get one?
Not right now.
Okay, dang. I thought you was going to throw the word out there on us.
I do a little bit. Oh, stop, man.
I thought you was going to throw the word on us today in this
Just
cold
a little bit.
January 23rd.
A little bit. Hello?
Hey, I'm listening. Okay. Well, you're gonna have to call in and let us know when you're gonna be able to give us some of that poetry.
Yeah, you could go pick up one of the books, man.
Where the books at?
Contribute. They're at 2877 North 76th Street.
Oh, the book is in stores.
Yeah, it's in the store right now.
What? Yeah. All right, we cooking.
The essence of black gold.
The essence of black gold.
It's powerful too.
And get an address one more time.
2877 North 76th Street. I think you really enjoy it.
I'm about to go get this book because it's Black History Month coming up.
Come on, that's what I'm talking about.
Hey, we know when we got to do them poems. We got to get that poetry.
Yeah.
I might have to have you come on the show.
It's dealing with our black culture, you know. And the essence is, the things that you have acquired in life, things you're going through, things, you expressing, things you are doing to benefit, things you're doing to excel, things you're doing to multiply and increase your own qualities, capabilities, talents, ingenuities, all about you, the essence of black gold.
I like that. It sounds so
real deep.
Sound like it's got some powerful poetry in there.
It is. I wouldn't be playing.
Well, I appreciate you.
Last year I really wanted to do one. You was stressing on, we in the struggle. That's it there. I couldn't do it last year because God wouldn't let me do it. But Black Lives Matters. We're in the struggle. We the people. Justify. It's some stuff in there. Who told you was black, Tory?
well, when I came up, my grandma said, "Sit your black butt down."
Yeah, so that's in there, and it's a shame. Democracy, it's a lot going on in that book.
Well, look, hey, look, they didn't already wrote it in the chat. They didn't already wrote it in the chat. They didn't already got the information.
Real.
Well,
it's real serious.
Well, look, I'm gonna need you to come and give us a little potion. Okay. I'm gonna need you to call in and give us a little portion of the book, a little one poem.
I want you. All right, sure. I want you and Liz to go pick it up, pick y'all the book up. I'm gonna tell them to let y'all have y'all for free.
Okay. I'm gonna read that book because I love it when we have the poetry of our community. It was always the spoken word.
That's right. Well, you go pick that book up, like I said, and you and Liz, and I'm giving y'all for free because I love y'all. And I'm going to make you know, who's coming in to get it.
Okay. I'm definitely stopping in to get it.
All right now.
Thank you so much. 833-212-1017. It's extremely cold outside. And I want to know what y'all doing to beat the extreme cold. It's going to be a couple days of bitter cold. Thank God it's not snowing at the same time because, you got to get out and shovel the snow. So we don't have to do that.
Silver linings.
Yeah, look, but I got some things that you can do. I got a couple things that I think that I would do if I was at home right now. I would be catching up on my streaming services.
Nice.
Yeah, because if you got Netflix, if you got Peacock, if you got these streaming services, Hulu, maybe you missed out on a couple of series, some of your favorite TV series or streaming series. I would just get a bowl of popcorn and some juice and sit around and try to catch up.
So when Milwaukee comes out, you're not trying to double watch things.
That's what I'm saying. But I got to wait till February for Milwaukee to come out. So I got to go back and catch like episodes of like Power or something like that.
I was going to
catch up on all of that. Or like if you missed out on Stranger Things or, whatever you like to watch, you can catch up on that. Is there anything that you would love to watch if you were sitting around? You like the game.
I like the game, man.
You're a gamer.
I'm a sporting guy, man. The Bucks stink right now, so I'm going to have to watch a bunch of other basketball games as well.
You can also get together with the family and play board games.
You like board games?
Yeah, Connect Four, checkers.
Monopoly guy?
Monopoly. I'm a big Monopoly guy, but I'm never around the Monopoly people. See, I'm a Monopoly guy, but I got to beg people, hey, you want to play Monopoly? They not really big Monopoly people. I need to be around the real serious Monopoly players.
Because you probably beat them.
Yeah, I always win in Monopoly.
That's probably the only one I want to play with you.
Well, that ain't my problem. It is my problem because they don't want to play. But if I win, you need to have a better strategy. But that's one of the good things. Also, you can get crafty. You can start painting. You can have a little paint and sip.
Bob Ross.
You can kind of sit back and have your own little painting things. You can draw if you like drawing. You can also do, somebody said, make paper snowflakes and decorate some cookies. 833-212-1017. It's cold outside. If you're in the house, what are you doing to beat the cold? You can also exercise. I said I was going to do more yoga this year. I wanted to do more yoga, more stretching this year. You can kind of start that idea right now. Just kind of stretch it out, relax. I want to also go get my feet done more this year. Not with the nail polish, but like get my feet soaked, get some, cater to my feet a little bit more.
Walking to Washington really did a number.
Yeah, walking back and forth from Milwaukee to Chicago, walking over to D.C. I think that now I just want to treat my feet good because my feet have been well to me. Might as well give them some attention, some love. But when we come back, we got Eddie on the lines. We want to hear what Eddie trying to do during this bitter cold. He can't paint. He might be going through withdrawal because he can't sniff the fumes right now. Hey, look, when we come back, we got Eddie on the lines. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
You are listening to the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Need a way to hype up your day?
This is Lorenzo.
Lorenzo, you just won $5,000!
What would you do with $5,000?
That's sweet for a couple months.
Yes!
There you go.
Yes.
God just made me happy.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
Can we hold something?
Y'all holler back at y'all.
I got money now.
There's nothing like Milwaukee Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. The dunks, the defense, the roar of 17,000 fans. It's even better when you're with friends or family. From jaw-dropping plays to buzzer-beating threes, every game is packed with unforgettable moments that you'll get to share together. So gather your crew and get your single game tickets today at bucks.com/single. That's bucks.com/single.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I can make a sequel. All these murders is getting lethal. Low. We out here fighting for the people. It's like a slaughterhouse, and we need a water drought. They tryna wipe us out. We out here fighting for the people. We out here fighting for the people.
It starts with a spark at Milwaukee College Prep. The spark turns into something extraordinary. From age 3 to 8th grade, MCP nurtures brilliance, building scholars with knowledge, character, and confidence. 88% of the students face economic hardship, but that doesn't define them, because MCP, every child has potential to shine. With 4 campuses and 1 powerful mission, College and Beyond Milwaukee College Prep is free, high-performing, and open to all Milwaukee families. Visit MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com to enroll or get involved. That's MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com, where Milwaukee's future begins to shine. Hey, also, the question of the day, I need y'all to answer the question of the day. How are you beating the cold right now? Extreme temperatures. You might be in the house. What are you doing? This may go on for a couple days. 833-212-1017. Give us some tips of some activities that you're doing. We got Eddie on the line.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
How you doing, Eddie?
Good day, Tory Lowe. How you doing today, Tory?
Hey, it's cold outside.
It's not that cold. We all grew up here. It's a little chilly.
Here we
but
go.
It's not. Maybe that kid from Texas isn't used to this. All right. But we grew up like bears, Tory. You grew up here, I grew up here. We can handle a little cold. It's 10 below zero, no big deal. It's not like it's 30 below zero, 40 below zero. We're going to be just fine. We go through this once a year. Everything is going to be okay, Tory. I just wanted to say that.
You sound like you're a house person.
No, I'm in my car right now. I'm driving on the east side, and we do a little shopping, and nothing's changed, Tory. I'm out and about. I'm not going to let a little cold weather bother me, Tory.
You're the type of person when it's cold outside, you wear shorts.
I am. Yeah, my brother and I both. People kind of think we're weirdos because I'll wear, like, jeans in the summer and shorts in the winter. I guess I'm always just a little bit behind. But, Tory, with all the technology today, these kids don't know how to have fun without a screen in front of them. Be it video games, right? A phone, a computer, watching a Netflix. Everything's about screens now. Back in my day, if there was a cold day like today, in, let's say, 1978, we would get out buckets and mops, and we would strip the floors in our house and then re-wax them. And we would Bob. We'd take a big bucket, a big kettle, probably a 20-gallon kettle my mom had in the basement for helping to do laundry, soak clothes, and we would bob for asbestos. Okay, we do a little of that. And then we would do saltwater taffy. We would have taffy poles and make taffy, right, Tory? Mm-hmm. And we loved it. We loved it, Tory.
So you more
no problem with any of it.
Because you're a painter, so you was probably into arts and crafts.
Not at all. I can't draw a circle. If painting wasn't paint by numbers, windows blue, house gray, I couldn't get anything done. I can't draw a circle. My penmanship is horrendous. I'm the last person. Right? Everybody thinks I'm this creative guy, got long hair, great hair, but long hair, and they think, oh, this guy's so creative. No, I'm not artistic whatsoever, Tory.
Okay. Sounds like you just kind of developed into a painter by just, this was something that you can go into business and do. So, because you weren't in the arts and crafts.
Here's why I became a painter.
Here we go.
I shun authority. I can't have a boss over me telling me what to do. It's good money. You're left alone. If I want to have a 2-hour lunch because my buddy Tory Lowe wants to buy me lunch at the food court for being such a positive influence on his show, I can do that. Go. Okay? Other people, they get a half-hour lunch, hour lunch. They're always worried about their bosses yelling at them. I do what I want when I want, Tory. I'm my own man, Tory. I'm a man's man, an example to male masculinity. Tory, I'm the epitome of male masculinity east of the river. That includes River West and Brewers Hill, Tory. Tory, on that note, I'm going to go. I'm going to go out into the cold right now. I got my gloves on. I got a hat on. I wish you the best. Tory, I'll see you on Monday, okay?
All right, Eddie. Monday. Be safe. Don't freeze.
Bye, Tory.
Right. Don't get frostbitten.
I won't. I got my gloves on. Okay. Bye-bye, Tory.
All right, bye-bye. Why do we even put up with Eddie sometimes? Oh, wow. Well, we got Brother Love on the lines. Let's see what Brother Love talking about. How you doing, Brother Love?
Hey, Tory. I'm Gucci, man. How you?
Hey, what's going on with this weather? It's cold. How are you getting by? What are you doing to pass the time?
Well, Tory, I'm a homebody, and I'm staying in, drinking some hot cocoa, chilling by the fireplace. I got a sewing machine. I like to crochet and knit, and with my coloring books, just making little objects.
Oh, so you like to do like arts and crafts?
Yes, you'll be surprised. A lot of basic things I can't do. Like, I don't know how to do it. Like, so I'm learning to, catch up on my fundamentals and basics and on my sewing machine and netting and crocheting.
Okay, that's what's up. So you crochet?
Yes.
You make sweaters and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I want a Brother Love sweater.
Okay. Okay, Tory, it's going to take some time. Okay, just give me some time, brother, because, hey, this is a woo.
Do you use yarn? Am I going to get a sweater that's made out of yarn or what?
Yeah, I'm using a whole lot of fabrics. I'm trying a whole lot of fabrics and things of that nature. So, yeah. So just give me some time, man, and when I can get it right, I'm gonna try to get some with some good letters and names on there eventually. But just give me some time, and I'll get it right.
All right, I'm looking forward to it. I didn't know you could crochet.
Yes, sir. Yes,
That's
sir.
What's up.
All right, have a good weekend. Stay warm.
Hey, God bless you. I appreciate you for tapping in, Brother Love. Be safe and stay warm. We got somebody in the Talk to Text. We got Todd in the Talk to Text 7382. Hey, T, I'm listening to your show in front of the pellet burner in Watertown, Wisconsin. You are the best radio show in the state and nationally. You are the best. Your loyal listener, Todd. Salute, salute, salute. Thank you, Todd. This is where I say, when we talk about different ideas on the radio and things like that, I'm just an advocate. I'm just somebody
that wants to get results and have positive outcomes on the behalf of the people that in my community and the surrounding areas, and I've worked to do that for a long, long time. And many times my opinions are shaped from the front lines and the things that I see from what I do, just like your opinion is shaped from what you do or what you don't do. So, like I said, salute. I appreciate that, Todd. Once again, the question of the day is, what are you doing during this time? What are you doing during this time that is cold for the next couple of days? And give some tips, too. I mean, I want to hear from people who know how to bake. I mean, because I want to eat. Usually when I want to bake, I'll make some chocolate chip cookies. Like, I'm good at making chocolate chip cookies. If you want Tory Lowe to bake you something, I'm the chocolate chip cookie person. What do you usually warm up during this time when it's cold outside? What do you eat, Andrew?
Man, I used to eat chocolate chip cookies, but put the fork down.
Put the fork down. It's going on right now.
We got 3 weeks no sugar. Can you tell?
Okay, so do you do soup? Like, are you just going cold turkey from everything?
Man, I need to get some soup, but now it's 14 below. I don't want to walk out to the grocery store.
You got to walk to the grocery store?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
I got some eggs. I got some pancake mix. That's about it. That's in my house.
That's it?
Because I usually get my groceries on the weekend. Now I can't do that.
So you weren't prepared. You kind of behind the ball.
1,000%.
We talked about it on the show that it was about to be cold this weekend.
You know what happened?
Yes.
I was cutting your clips and I didn't have time.
Oh, so now I'm to blame. Oh, wow. See, this is what happens. This is how it starts. We got some chat. Let me see what we got in the chat. What they talking about in the chat, Andrew? What are they saying in the chat? Reginald is in the chat. Where can one purchase the blue fabric that we dilute to our desired stiffness? I don't know. I'm not a fabric person. Salute and respect for your doing the work. You are appreciated 100%. Josh in the chat. Josh also says, sometimes with Eddie, I be speechless. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll be joined by advocate and author Elizabeth Brown. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Wisconsin winters can be tough, and so are higher energy bills. The Community Advocates Milwaukee County Energy Assistance Program is ready to help you. Eligible Milwaukee County residents can receive help with their energy bills and weatherization benefits to keep you warm and help you manage your heating and electric bills. Schedule your personal appointment at keepwarmmke.org or call 414-270-4653. For more details about locations and hours of operation, go to communityadvocates.net. This program is administered by the State of Wisconsin Department of Administration.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Truth Nation, it's time once again to celebrate excellence, passion, and the power of community at the 2nd Annual Truth Community Awards, happening Friday, February 20th at Venue 3 inside the 3rd Street Market Hall in downtown Milwaukee. This award show will honor the unsung heroes who show up, give back, and make a positive impact in our community every single day. We are rolling out the red carpet and showing love to those who truly deserve it. Buy your tickets now by visiting 1017thetruthAwards.com. Tickets are just $20, which includes free food and exclusive Truth giveaways. Join the 1017 The Truth team for an unforgettable night of entertainment, inspiration, and community pride at the 2nd Annual Truth Community Awards on Friday, February 20th at Venue 3 in Milwaukee. The Truth Community Awards are sponsored by Gruber Law Offices, Steinhoffels, Milwaukee College Prep, Cousin Subs, Venue 3 at the 3rd Street Market Hall, and the Milwaukee Bucks.
Day 1, diagnosis day. The hardest day. The day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer.
But day one is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day one.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. Former college basketball standout Lanny Smith founded Actively Black to address a specific need. It's an athleisure brand that's owned and created for the black population. But when building out the brand, Smith got pushback from friends and business leaders who warned that naming it Actively Black might be a turnoff. He spoke to me about why.
Black executives who told me don't name your company Actively Black because you're just going to prevent it from being successful. To me, it's coming from a place of fear and trauma where likely in their corporate careers to move up, they've had to minimize their blackness.
For Smith, naming it Actively Black was not to confine it just to black consumers, but a way to express pride in the culture that influences his company's products.
Why are we not able to have something that we're proud of, that we label as ours, and be proud of it? Why is there negativity attached to it? So part of what I'm doing, man, is also like breaking down some of these barriers.
I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7. The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Milwaukee Bucks are in another slump, winning 1 out of their last 5 games. With trade talk swirling, Giannis made some comments about the team's effort in Wednesday's blowout against the Oklahoma City Thunder.
As a young guy, you got to listen, though. You got to listen. If you keep on making the same mistake over and over again, and you doesn't matter what people say, you got to be able to take feedback.
Tonight's game against the Nuggets begins at 8:30, with doors opening at 7 due to cold winter weather. The Milwaukee Brewers traded away starting pitcher Freddie Peralta this week, receiving 2 top prospects, Brandon Sproat and Jet Williams. Peralta was with the Brewers for nearly a decade. In men's college hoops, Wisconsin gets their 5th straight win, beating Penn State 98-71. UW-Milwaukee has lost 3 in a row after losing to Robert Morris 88-76. Marquette is on the road in Butler tonight with tip-off at 7. This Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Tory Lowe, I'm sorry. I sent me my angel.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. If you're watching as we broadcast live, we got the lovely advocate, author Elizabeth Brown on the V-Mix on this cold January 23rd, 2026. How you doing, Queen?
Hey, it's a refrigerator where my heart used to be, a freezer rather.
How you getting by in this cold weather? What you
you
doing?
already know I'm horrible. I'm miserable. You already know. Like, I'm inside. That's I need a Snuggie, one of those with the little feet in it. Like, I'm shaking like a chihuahua. Okay, my my blood low.
Low iron.
Hey,
we got to get some of them herbs in there.
I'm doing the moringa. I think I'm just like I'm supposed to be somewhere tropical. That's where I'm supposed to be.
That's your body telling you need to be in warm spaces all the time.
Hey, look here. Hey. This ain't, in another life probably, but this ain't the one. I can't do it.
I wanted to see what was your opinion on this woman that was arrested in Minnesota for organizing the situation, the anti-ICE situation with the church.
Miss Armstrong, this black woman that got arrested, and there wasn't even that many black people out there. Like, and she the one that's facing federal conspiracy charges. What's going on? That's why I try to tell people.
A token. Again, that's a self-inflicted gunshot wound is what that is. You play stupid game, you win stupid prizes. Again, anytime you the spot on the white sheet, they definitely gonna nail you to the cross.
That's sad. That is sad, Elizabeth Brown.
Again, I mean, we've been talking about it
for way before this even happened. I'm just pulling up the example. Andrew, put the arrest picture up so everybody can see this. This gonna be you. 833-212. If you want to get out there and organize something, call me. I'm gonna tell you not to do it. Okay.
Absolutely.
But we got a real live situation that I've been trying to prevent.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been telling folks you better leave that alone. But like I said, if you're watching this rebroadcast, look at this Elizabeth. Look at this. Look at this woman. Look at her and look at the agent and look, they got her in the handcuffs. And then when you watch the video, the actual video,
the walk of shame.
It's only like, I think it's mostly white people. And I'm not saying people don't have a right to protest, but she the one that's got the picture of the arrest planted all over the news.
And they're gonna make an example out of her. Okay, it's all fun and games until you realize that they was laughing at you and not with you.
Right. And look at her face.
Bless her.
Me and Andrew was looking up something to say, and this is where I'm trying to tell y'all, this is where the impact gonna be, no matter how you feel. How much do it cost to deal with a federal situation, Andrew? We looked this up.
$10,000 to $100,000.
$10,000 to $100,000 to fight some federal cases. Who got $10,000 to $100,000 sitting around the crib? The ceiling already falling in on some of these residents in the community, and they ain't got no heat, and it's freezing cold.
Tory, even if you had, again,
who got this kind of money laying around?
We don't. What did they say was our income? Like what we come on, man. Like, again, when you play stupid game, you win stupid prizes. And she gonna find out real quick that when you see other people do it and they get these GoFundMes that's, over $500,000, $1 million, it ain't for you, boo. It's not gonna happen for you. Like, again, they didn't made her the poster child for what not to, and I'm quite sure they done made several arrests.
Well, I think they made,
but this one going viral.
I think they made Renee the poster child.
She's going viral.
I think Hannah Dugan is become the poster child. But what I'm saying is, if you look at what bothered me the most is when you look at the footage, like. It's folks all up in them people's faces, and why they in the handcuffs? You know what I mean? They was the one that all I'm saying is, okay, they went after the organizer, but not the people that was actually doing the taunting and the disruption.
They didn't touch none of the rowdy pipers.
Right.
That's crazy. they skipped over them. We coming to get you. We're gonna make an example out of you. You're about to again have to pay restitution. They're about to nail her to the cross.
I hope they gave her at least give her some legal help, because they talked her in. She probably was like, "Why don't you organize it? Yeah, you can stand." She got into her feelings. She got geeked up, and now she's
the only legal help they gonna tell her is to cop a plea.
And you know what? They will put a battery in your back just to use
every
you as
time.
a battering
Every
ram.
time.
I just see during Black Lives Matter, they had put batteries in, and they would geek people up, put the battery in their back. You went out there all hyped up, got in trouble, and they went home.
They disappeared.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I've seen that. That's why I'm trying to tell folks it ain't that.
It ain't. It's not worth it. At the end of the day, again, the sensationalizing. She looking like somebody's grandma. Like, you should have been babysitting. I mean, or going to a daycare and helping the little kids. Like, it's a lot of things you can do with your time. And
She
now
could have been
she's
here going after Barada properties.
that part.
Folks ain't
But
got
now
no
she's
heat.
doing the.
Folks ceiling falling in.
Come on.
Okay.
He been a problem though, Tory. That's
saying.
what's sad to me is how they didn't shut down the club downtown. Like they shutting down all of these things, and you telling me that y'all can't shut him down? With all of the violations that Barada has in this city as being a habitual slumlord.
There should be a citation
on
any landlord that has people in extreme cold without heat, without hot water, during extreme emergency cold, and you're not trying to fix it. This is an emergency. People can actually, it's a health risk at that point. They should have penalties. They should have stiffer penalties for that.
Tory, they have taken people's land for less. So you telling me y'all, there is, again, what are our lawmakers doing? Because the same people who out here saying, our hands are tied and there's not much, we can do, are the same people who got together and said that they can give us $1,000 citations during the pandemic if we was in groups bigger than 5 people. So let's get some statutes or something together. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it's for them to violate the people who they know don't have money or barely have money, they come up with all of these citations. They write these statutes real fast for us to be, arrested or given $1,000 fine, or it's gonna be a felony. And you telling me that y'all can't get together and make it to the point, because Barada is one of the biggest slumlords ever, been an issue, and there's nothing on the books for him, and people like him who come in as a conglomerate and buy up all of the houses in the hood and handle people like he's been handling people. Come on. Come on.
Like I said, it's a lot going on in our neighborhoods that we need to put the cape on for. And it's happening even now during the freezing cold. It's families without heat. It's buildings and landlords that are not trying to get the heat and the hot water on during the next couple of days. They're saying it's going to be so dangerously cold, and people need to make sure that they're warm in the homes. But this can't happen when it wasn't even working before this. And all I'm saying is we have to be attentive to what's going on in our neighborhoods and have that energy for the problems to resolve the problems that we're facing on a day-to-day basis. And when you got people that are trying to lure you outside of those issues to deal with things and other matters so you can get financially ruined, to me, that sounds like a trap.
It's definitely a trap. Not only that, they did a walkthrough in the apartment, Tory. The pipes was busting as they was walking through. It was more cold in their apartments than it was in the hallway. So again, like I said, this dude is a habitual slumlord. It's been going on for years. They allowed him to come in here, gave him the player price. He was able to, again, how many times have we dealt with cases with Barada over the last 10 years?
Hey, look, let me tell you something. I organized the lawsuit at the state with the legal aid. I rounded up everybody in the libraries and went on a library tour of getting people rounded up, writing down what's wrong with the apartment building so we can get that information, give it to legal aid, and then they pressed the state. And then they recently, gave him a fine and all these things, and he said he was going to do X, Y, and Z. And now we got people on the news still complaining about living in subpar conditions.
So what they do? Nothing. Again, these are the real criminals. Because again, these are paying tenants. Okay? No regard for human life at all. When you looking at the pictures, Tory, it's above and beyond egregious. And I can't believe that it took for it to hit the news for one of our public officials to show up. It's been a problem. Like I said, they having meetings to shut clubs down, with some of the clubs that has been shut down, should have been shut down. However, this guy, Barada, has too many properties in this city that there has been issues with. His track record of failure is longer than I-94. Okay, how is he still allowed to own anything here?
Hey, he keep buying properties, and he don't
That
discriminate.
Not at all.
The slumlord. I'm gonna call it slumlordism. Slumlordism. Y'all say tenderism. I say slumlordism.
Unreal.
Right. Well, when we come back, I want to get your final thoughts on the show today. Also, Truth Nation, now's your chance to be our one call.
That's
our
all.
One call. That's all. Gruber 5K entry winner for today. Yes, be entered in to win $5,000 courtesy of Gruber Law Office. Call now 833-212-1017 for your chance to be entered in to win $5,000 right here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, courtesy of Gruber Law Office. And once again, the number is 833-212-1017. And remember, if you or a loved one have been in an accident, give Gruber Law Office a call. Visit them at gruber-law.com. For official contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It starts with a spark. At Milwaukee College Prep, they nurture that spark from age 3 through 8th grade, building scholars with knowledge, character, and confidence. 88% of their students face economic hardship, but that does not define them. At MCP, they see students' potential, and they help them live up to that potential. 4 campuses, 1 mission. College and beyond, MCP is free, high-performing, and open to all Milwaukee families. Visit MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com to enroll or get involved. That's MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com.
Many of our most important memories are made at school. But for children like Victoria, the classroom can be a place of fear and isolation. She wore a bandage over her cleft every day, too shy to speak, too afraid to smile. Everything changed after one life-transforming surgery made possible by Smile Train. Today, Victoria's smile lights up her classroom, a symbol of confidence, connection, and new beginnings. Due to stigma, children with untreated clefts often miss out on school entirely. But thanks to Smile Train, students like Victoria are stepping into the classroom, raising their hands, and finding their voice. Smile Train partners with local experts to support with free cleft surgeries and other comprehensive care, empowering children to thrive in school and in life. Let's help every child walk into the classroom with confidence. Visit smiletrain.org/learn.
Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all. One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
Prizes, exclusive experiences, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting truthcontests.com. That's truthcontests.com.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Salute to MJ Johnson. You'll be
entered in to win our $5,000 giveaway courtesy of Gruber Law Office right here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. For official contest rules, go to 1017thetruth.com. Elizabeth Brown, once again, another long week, another powerful week of conversations. I want to get your final thoughts on the show.
I mean, as always, King, it's Friday, another one in the books. Truth Nation, pat yourself on the back. We got through another week. It's going to be a hell of a next 3-4 days. Again, try to stay warm, check on your people. If there's anything that you could do, outside of going outside, I would advise to do it inside. If you don't have to go outside, don't be outside. But I mean, the week entailed, again, it's been up and down. One thing for sure and two for certain, though, that it's time for us to realize that ain't nobody coming. We all we got. We have to make sure that we internalizing what we was programmed to look outside of ourselves for. It's a great time to recalibrate and understand that anything we need, we're gonna have to go and get it. Nobody is gonna give it to us. Nobody is gonna point us in the right direction, because as long as we're being misled, everybody else is sitting comfortable. Everybody else is eating good. Everybody else is sitting pretty, at the cost of us not having the knowledge or the get up and go, do it our damn self, because we've been programmed to sit around and wait and think somebody else is going to do it. This week, as every other week prior to, King, has shown us and continue to show us the same traits. Okay. Nobody is helping. We are the resource for everybody else, and there is no resources for us. So we have to make sure that we know that we the resource. I was just telling somebody the other day, like, a lot of times when people are hating on you, and again, the hate be real, they're not hating on you because of what you don't have. They hating on you because of what you have. And a lot of times we're looking at the material things like, well, I really don't have nothing. They're looking at what you do have, whether that be your health, whether that be how you're able to maneuver, keep your head up when things are really messed up and you find a silver lining. It's not about what you don't have, it's about what you have. And I think it's really time for us to understand that what we have is benefiting everybody else, because we don't recognize the greatness that we are and that we have within. So it's really time for us to do some soul searching, because everything that they told us we know was a lie. Okay. How is our community so impoverished when all of these individuals come in and get rich off of it? It's time for us to, again, like I said, stop reacting and start reflecting on what the truth really is. And the truth really is that we have everything we need, and it's time for us to tap into ourselves and each other and know that the exact same thing that they see in us and come in our communities and take out of here, we need to see in ourselves and keep what they're taking out in our community. And that's how we heal and rebuild. And I mean, at this point, King, there's no better time than the present.
I agree. And I'm going to read this what Sir Chun said, because I said that when it's cold outside, I like to bake cookies, Liz. Listen to what Sir Chun was talking about. He said, bruh, you sure you actually bake cookies, chocolate chip cookies, or do you hit Liz up low key, dreaming you bake like her? Listen, this.
Well,
don't be buying them Chips Ahoy.
Hey, my daughter called me Betty Crockett. You know what I'm saying? I do be baking, but Tory, I ain't never had none of your baked cookies. What's up with that?
I mean, well, like I said, I only make them every blue moon. Like, I don't get the chance to bake all the time. So every blue moon, I pull out my chocolate chip cookies.
Hey, we're going to have to, again, the next time you bake, I want to try your chocolate chip cookies.
Okay, yeah, because I know your taste buds
Every time you make something, you make it extra. I never liked peach cobbler in my life. It was too peachy. Until I tried yours, then I was like, this exactly how it's supposed to be. So I do know you know how to make. I know you know how to get in the kitchen because I didn't even like it at first, and I think that was one of my favorite things to eat once I tasted yours. Yeah. So.
Yeah, you know, it was one of those because I felt like you felt like everybody else peach cobbler like had too much peaches, so I perfected it to how I like it. Even with my pecan pies, I don't like a whole lot of the jelly in the middle. I like a nice amount. I like balance. You know, I want it to be crunchy. I want it to, you know what I'm saying? Like I want some crust and I want some jelly. I just don't want a whole lot of one and not enough of the other. Right. So it's pretty much you balancing it out for yourself. And like I said, I perfected the way I like it. And then like if I'm baking for somebody and they tell me what they don't like or cooking for somebody, I'm going to try to balance it out because life is about balance. And, I sprinkle it with a little love because, love go a long way.
And some herbs.
Absolutely.
All right, well, I might have to come out of retirement. It's too cold. It's cold. I'm thinking about making a batch. I don't know, but I might have to get in the kitchen. I might have to whip it up on the stove.
Hey, if you do, we gonna go live.
Okay. All right, Queen. I appreciate you for being on these front lines as usual. Stay warm.
Hey. Stay warm. Hey, salute, King. One love.
I'll talk to you soon. All right, everybody in the chat. Salute to everybody for joining the show. Another powerful chat. If y'all not in the chat, joining the conversation in the chat, you missing out. It's like two shows going on at the same time. Tory Lowe show and the chat. I appreciate everybody for tuning in to the show. Look, be safe. Dress warm. And if you don't have to be out during these extreme cold weathers, don't come out. Salute to everybody that called in. I appreciate you. Keep your head on a swivel. Green don't always mean go and look both ways before you cross the streets. Have a fun, safe weekend. I love you, Dr. Ken Harris. Up next.
He's the voice for the people and the community's connection to change.
Regroup, rethink, and reshape, and get on the front lines. It's only to your benefit. I always tell